show some of these videos. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. All praises, glory, and honor to the Most High, the owner, the creator, and possessor of all things, the mighty I am, the great Yod-Hey, Wav-Hey. Forever live his anointed, beloved son, Hamashiach, in the hearts and minds of the faithful elect. Another headquarter Friday. Honor and humility. MELCHIZEDEK Ministries. I'm your brother and servant, Malachi Maccabee. I got my Ak Nehemiah in the building. He in the back doing some edifying. I got my Ak Rock in the building. Hallelujah. 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 All praises, glory, and honor to the Almighty. Shabbat Shalom to the family. And we about to get it in. Y'all climb on in. Y'all hit that share button. Y'all hit that like button. And y'all see, we've been talking about World War III for the longest. We on the brink of it. We in it. Iran's top general got took out along with the cat right up under him and along with like 5 other people that was in the car. You feel me? Trump ain't playing no games. He like, look, this ain't about to be another Benghazi. So, hey, get the prophecies popping. I ain't mad at it. Get it cracking. Something gonna have to provoke the Persians and the Medes or Iran to rise up. You know what I'm saying? And do what they've been called to do in prophecy. Something gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? So all praise, glory, and honor. I ain't mad at all. These are exciting times. You know what I'm saying? Exciting times to be in. Let me hit this share button real quick. Y'all climb on in. Shabbat Shalom to all in the chat. Shabbat Shalom to all in the chat. Shabbat Shalom to all that's local with us. Special shout out to all the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. We love y'all too. May the Most High increase all of you all. You know what I'm saying? 1,000-fold. They continue to lift us up in prayer and support. You feel me? We can't say it enough. We love every last one of y'all. All right. For y'all that's new to the channel, we are the children of Israel unapologetically from various 12 tribes, Israelites. All right. We believe in this Bible from cover to cover. All right. Cover to cover. Did just so happened the greatest man that ever walked this earth was an Israelite, the Messiah, who you call Jesus the Christ. Moses, Israelite. Joshua, Israelite. Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Israelites. Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and a bad Negro, Israelites. Paul, Israelites. You know what I'm saying? All the disciples, Israelite. It's just what it is. This is an Israelite book. And even before the nation of Israel, you understand, were a nation, we were called the sons of the Most High, going back to chosen line all the way to Adam. You see, so yeah, unapologetically, we are the children of Israel. Make no mistake about it, y'all. And that's not a religion, that's a nationality. That's a nation of brothers and sisters that descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. So we into holy days, not holidays. All right. We wholeheartedly believe in the Messiah spoken of in the New Testament, wholeheartedly. All right. We believe in the power of the Ruach HaKodesh, which you know is the Holy Spirit, wholeheartedly. All right. So we believe in the book from cover to cover. It is what it is. Some people don't like it. Hey, you'll be all right. Just gonna leave it at that. We into doing what we've been called to do, though. You feel me? Cast out devils, heal the sick. Stuff, everything that the Messiah commanded us to do. That's what we all up. That's what we into. We also in the prophecy. So what you're seeing is happening over in what you call the Mideast with Iran and, Iraq and, the so-called state of Israel and Syria, and, Damascus and all this stuff. All these nations that you know of are actually in the scripture. Iran is the Medo-Persian Empire. That's what it is. And at one point in their history, they actually had a world empire for roughly 200 years. Now, the prophecies in the Bible is about them rising back up and coming to destroy Babylon. Make no mistake about it. This good old place you call the United States of America or United Snakes of America is in the Bible as Babylon the Great. All right, and her over this earth. She has 1,000 military bases all over this earth, y'all. It ain't nothing but 7 continents. It ain't nothing but 190 some countries. And the United Snakes of America has 1,000 military bases all over this earth. And you mean to tell me her influence, her demonocracy ain't spread forth? Think about it. She's all over the earth passing around her philosophy. So like I say in Revelation, she has a cup in her hand. And the inhabitants of the earth are drunken by the abomination that's in the cup. That's her passing her way of life or dictating her way of life all around this earth. All right. So what we about to do, I'm about to do a screen share, and then we're going to get into our topic. Be bold and confident in the power of the Most High's might. That's what we've been talking about lately. Going forth boldly, proclaiming the power of the Spirit, the anointing of the Spirit. But you got to be bold and confident. You can't be unsure. Nehemiah, you got something?
Man, you can't make this up.
What's going on, bro?
Like you were saying, like you would tell we at those end times, right? Why is Tyler Perry at Joel Osteen's church preaching? Sounding like Medea, but moving like Joel Osteen with that close his eyes and blink and all.
Not the drag queen.
The drag queen.
Y'all know that's an abomination for a man to dress.
Just a small bit of it.
Why don't you send it so we can let everybody see?
It's on Facebook and you ain't on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So you have to.
If you don't remember anything else I said today, remember climb.
That's Joel Osteen saying.
If it's turbulent and you got to read the word, you got to get into some of those Psalms where you really understand that God is on your side. Psalm 91 says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge, my fortress, my God. In Him will I trust. Surely He will deliver me from the snare of the fowler and from the noise of the pestilence. 1,000 shall fall at my side and 10,000 at my right hand, but it will not come near me. Yes, sir. Only with mine eyes will I behold and see the reward of the wicked, because I have made the Lord, which is the Most High, my habitation. Therefore no evil shall befall me, neither shall any plague come near my dwelling. For He will give His angels charge over me.
I done heard enough. When you're dealing with, and then some of y'all may be like, well, what's wrong? Y'all don't understand the sorcery that's going on. Exactly. The Bible tells you in Deuteronomy 22:5 that a man is not supposed to word that which pertaineth to a woman, or a woman that which pertaineth to a man. All that do such are an abomination.
But he talks about abominations in this skit. Yeah. You paid a little bit longer. How can you preach what's an abomination to God, and your riches, your wealth, everything that you are, which got you on that platform,
is an abomination?
Yeah. You being an abomination.
All that Medea dress up. All that Medea dress up. Everybody just be seal clapping. All the law at it. Like, stop it, man. These men are not men of the Most High. You're gonna learn. You're gonna see shortly. You're gonna see real soon who really down and who ain't. All right. So this is what I'm about to do, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and share some of these videos about what's going on. Poppy Shoe, that was Tyler Ferry up in Joel Osteen Church, called himself preaching. All right, now I'm about to do a screen share real quick. Again, y'all hit the like, y'all thumbs up. Need you sending everything out? Everything sent out. All right, y'all go ahead and hit the share button, the likes. Hey, Yael said his voice doesn't move anything. He sounds just like Medea, don't he?
Exactly. But he's moving like Joel Osteen in that deal.
All right, so look, this is what we about to do right here. Show some of these videos. Then we're going to pray in, and we're going to get to our topic at hand. Hallelujah. All right, so let's get her done real quick.
What you talked about the other day, man, like how these actors and actresses got to get into the spirit.
They have to get in spirit.
What spirit are they getting?
Or inspire. Exactly. What spirit are they in? That of Satan. That ain't nothing but confusion. And then got your children laughing at Medea.
And they say, oh, say hallelujah. Hallelujah.
President, my highest and most solemn duty is the defense of our nation.
Now let me know if y'all can see that. Give me a Yahoo up in the chat. All right, let me go ahead and show I'm all good too. Let's get her done, man. Shabbat shalom to all in the chat. Another headquarter Friday. We've been talking about World War III, though. Wars and rumors of wars. That's what we've been talking about. All right. And when these things manifest, hey. All right, let's go ahead and get her done.
As president, my highest and most solemn duty is the defense of our nation and its citizens. Last night, at my direction, the United States military successfully executed a flawless precision strike that killed the #1 terrorist anywhere in the world, Qasem Soleimani.
He called it a flawless
Soleimani was plotting
strike.
Imminent and sinister attacks on American diplomats.
Boy, Trump ain't playing no games if y'all ain't figured out by now. You dig? And me, I'm like, look, get these prophecies popping. I ain't mad at you. Say the Hebrews right here, mad man, Donald Trump, and y'all all into your little debates about Democrats and Republicans. Y'all ain't understanding that it is the Most High that rise up kingdoms and drop. When you done
tax return,
when you done talking,
we in war. We can't get our dub. We can't get our EIC.
So it's the Most High that raise up kings and drop kings and all of these and everybody up under their rulership. I'm not mad at all when I see Trump handling this business. You feel me? Like, look, he just told y'all in the video we played yesterday before we got the class started. He about to go into his little what they call a gala. And little parties when they dress up, little bow ties and look at art and drink wine and rub on each other women. He outside that gala with his illegal alien wife, right? And he said, oh, by the way, this ain't gonna be another Benghazi. You know, Benghazi is what happened when Obama was in office. Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, and there was a lot of underhanded politics going on to where they sent in the Navy SEALs to capture or get a U.S. diplomat up out of Benghazi in Libya, and it didn't end well. It didn't end well, right? So Trump tells the world after Iran strikes a U.S. embassy in Iraq, Trump tells the world on his way into his party, oh, this ain't gonna be another Benghazi. Hours later, while we doing the video here in class yesterday, right? She Brews and them typing in, I think it was Mina J and them. They post a link. Top Iranian general just eliminated by the U.S. Special Forces. I say, boy, Trump told you he wasn't playing no games. And I'm not mad at the heathen. I'm not. Something has to provoke the Persians and the Medes to rise back up. According to Isaiah 13, Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51, that is the nation that's going to be provoked, that the Most High is going to rise up to come destroy Babylon. Makes sense to me. So when these things happen, I'm like, oh, yeah, let me sit on the edge of my seat. Watch this. I'm not mad at this heathen.
And military personnel, but we caught him in the act and terminated him.
Hey. He said just so, and terminated him. Now, if you was a man in these streets doing what he did, boy, you'd be dead under the jail. He just speaks about it just like it's just nothing. Just terminated him.
So he had a license to kill.
Yeah.
My leadership, America's policy is unambiguous to terrorists who harm or intend to harm any American. We will find you. We will eliminate you. We will always protect our service.
You can just say, we will find you and we will eliminate you. Political gang banging at its finest. I'm trying to tell you. Watch this.
All Americans and our allies. For years, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and its ruthless Quds Force under Soleimani's leadership has targeted, injured, and murdered hundreds of American civilians and servicemen. The recent attacks on U.S. targets in Iraq, including rocket strikes that killed an American and injured 4 American servicemen very badly, as a violent assault on our embassy in Baghdad, were carried out at the direction of Soleimani. Soleimani made the death of innocent people his sick passion. Terrorist plots as far away as New Delhi and London. Today we remember and honor the victims of Soleimani's many atrocities, and we take comfort in knowing that his reign of terror is over. Soleimani has been perpetrating acts of terror to destabilize the Middle East for the last 20 years. What the United States did yesterday should have been done long ago. A lot of lives would have been saved. Just recently, Soleimani led the brutal repression of protesters in Iran, where more than 1,000 innocent civilians were tortured and killed by their own government. We took action last night to stop a war. We did not take action to start a war. I have deep respect for the...
Boy, this heathen arrogant. What do you mean you took actions to stop it? That ain't about to do nothing but make them go even harder. You understand? That ain't stopping nothing. That's not stopping nothing. The spiritual leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khamenei, he done vowed that it's going down. Like, look, we ain't got no choice but to get back at y'all for that. You dig? Now, don't forget Iran backed by Russia, your nemesis. China, the U.S. nemesis. Don't think that, like, in other words, look, even the heathens here in the United States that support Trump say, we glad you did that, but you better finish this. Huh? On some Mortal Kombat, finish him. You better finish this. Don't think you can just strike and then hands is off. You just opened up Pandora's box. That's what you just did. So even the devout heathens that's with Trump. I was listening to a video earlier. He said, look, I support you. Donald Trump, you're my president sent by God. But you better finish this. Yeah, that's what they believe.
I be just tripping off which guy they talking about. I mean, I know Colombia is the God of America. I just wondered if everybody else knew.
Hey, I'm saying.
Iranian people, they are a remarkable people with an incredible heritage and unlimited potential. We do not seek regime change. However, the Iranian regime's aggression in the region, including the use of proxy fighters to destabilize its neighbors, must end, and it must end now. The future belongs to the people of Iran, those who seek peaceful coexistence and cooperation, not the terrorist warlords who plunder their nation to finance bloodshed.
Who plunder their nation to finance bloodshed. How hypocritical. The nerve of any heathen to fix his lips to talk about he policing the earth. And the degradation and rape, robbery, and murder that you pulled off to even breathe air on this continent or this land. The nerve of any heathen to say he's policing the earth and he has the right to set a moral compass in the earth. Are you serious? Talking about what you doing to your citizens. Really?
The United States has the best military by far anywhere in the world. We have the best intelligence in the world. If Americans anywhere are threatened, we have all of those targets already fully identified.
He said if Americans anywhere in this earth are threatened, we ready to move on it. We have the best in the world. Y'all looking at modern day Pharaoh. Mosiah had to raise him and drop him. Yeah, raise him on up. Let him start thinking. Just like with Nebuchadnezzar. Have not I built all this? Man, yeah, all right. Boy, you about to be looking like a Yeti in the field for 7 years, eating juniper roots, sucking on grass. Hey, y'all, I don't know about y'all, but I love to see the Most High in motion. Like, build this heathen up so when he fall, boy, we'll know it's an act of the Almighty. Yeah, I don't know about y'all. We live in exciting times. I like it. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
And I am ready and prepared to take whatever action is necessary. And that in particular refers to Iran. Under my leadership, we have ISIS territorial caliphate. And recently, American Special Operations Forces killed the terrorist leader known as al-Baghdadi. The world is a safer place without these monsters. America will always pursue the interests of good people, great souls, while seeking peace, harmony, and friendship with all of the nations of the world. Thank you. God bless you. God bless our great military, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much.
So the president there, in the line that I highlighted, we took action last night to stop a war, not to start a war. Although Caitlin Collins, got my earpiece back in, covering the president for us. She's down there at Mar-a-Lago and say, so his critics are fearful of otherwise.
Hey, but just to let y'all know, no war is won being passive. You understand? Now, how you passive with Satan and his demons, and you see your president just got on there so calmly, I'm like, yes, we killed him and whoever was with him, and we eliminate them, and any American in this earth that's threatened, we will take the proper action, and we will kill you and lay you down, and you see, terminate you and all. And knows he's dealing with hierarchy and ranks. It's just like Satan's kingdom. Satan has generals and all that up under him. Y'all, we've been called to wage war against Satan's kingdom. There is actually a principality, a main principality over Persia, which is the Iranian people. Then different demons up under him. You can read about that in Daniel the 10th chapter. The prince of Persia, and then the prince of Greece. Right? We actually are at war with chief archons, or principalities, or cosmic powers and rulers of the darkness of this world. That's who we at war with when you're done talking. So even the other nations, like you got Iran that just got hit by who you call America, Edomites, when you're done talking. You feel me? So you got Esau's angels and archons is over him, waging war with the archons and angels over Persia. The real thing this. And the crazy part about it, in the book of Daniel, the 10th chapter, it took one of them archangels 21 days to get Daniel's message to him, because he was at war with the principality and the cosmic powers that were over Persia. It just so happened Israel was in bondage to Persia at that time. So Daniel was praying, and then the angel said, look, from the moment you prayed, you were heard, but it took me 21 days to get heard, because I was withstood by the legion of angels and cosmic powers that are over Persia. So I was at war for 21 days to bring you your message. You see, y'all, these things are going on in the heavens before they ever play out in the earth. So what you physically saw in the aftermath of the car that got bombed and all that, y'all, that's the end product of something that started in the heavens. A lot of people don't know that. That's why us as followers of Messiah, being that he's at the right hand of the Father, it says all things have been put under his feet. Our job is to wage war in the spirit, bind them principalities and casting down. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're supposed to be doing. All right, watch this.
Wise. Yeah, his critics are, you've heard that from Democrats today, essentially saying that they didn't disagree with the decision to strike and kill this commander, but they were questioning what the aftermath was going to look like and what the larger strategy was going to be from the administration. Now, you didn't hear the president highlight that or go into what exactly he thinks the response here is going to be, not even predicting what he says Iran he thinks is going to do, but defending his decision to authorize this strike that killed Iran's most powerful military leader, saying we did not do this, take this action to start a war. We took this action to stop a war. Now, that comes as we've been reporting that the president has been hearing a little bit of pushback from some people questioning what the aftermath of this is going to look like. But these are the first public comments the president has made since reports of these strikes first broke last night. And the Pentagon later confirmed that, yes, it was the United States behind it. And yes, it was the president who ordered it. Brooke, something else that stuck out there about what the president said, he was praising U.S. intelligence, which of course is what the Pentagon, the Secretary of State, everyone has been citing all day for what was behind how they found out that there was going to be this imminent threat, they say, from this leader. And the president saying there, we have the best intelligence in the world. Of course, that comes as a president who has often criticized the U.S. intelligence agencies, whether it comes from in regards to his campaign or in that conclusion that it was Russia that interfered in the election, something you've seen play out throughout his time in office. But there, the president was praising it in this situation, something that they've gone back increasingly and relied on. He talked about Solomon.
And y'all, Donald Trump know what he's doing, especially with all these impeachment inquiries going on. Even though, in order for him to be technically impeached, the Senate has to impeach him, in which that's all Republican. So more than likely, that's just a slap on the wrist what the House of Representatives did. Somebody he impeached, well, he's still in office, and he's still making decisions to bomb. All right, but if a war kick off, he can't get impeached anyway, and more than likely, he gonna get reelected. While y'all talking about he got impeached, that man know exactly what he doing. Watch this.
He's saying we caught him in the act and eliminated him as he spoke with reporters just for a few moments there, Brooke, and did not take any questions, didn't detail exactly when he made the decision to carry out this order. We know that our reporting shows he made this decision in recent days. It was something that he had been briefed on by his team earlier this week. And of course, as Lindsey Graham stated this morning, he found out about it being an option several days ago. So the president not going any further than that, but saying, quote, take comfort in knowing that his reign of terror is over.
But to your point
So
about
hypocritical.
how critical this president has been of his own intelligence, you can already hear the critics pointing out how he just cherry picks what he chooses.
Y'all can get a chance. Y'all finish watching that. That's on CNN. Also, New York City Mayor
This morning with the reality we did not face
De Blasio,
and it's very, very
because everybody know it got to be some repercussions behind it.
this morning with the reality we've not faced previously. And it's very, very important for everyone to understand that. And to understand that in these changing circumstances, the city of New York and the NYPD are acting immediately to ensure that New Yorkers are safe. I want to talk about what I think has changed, but first, I want to affirm something based on 6 years of working closely, not just with NYPD, but with the Joint Terrorism Task Force, the FBI, our federal partners, our state partners. The level of unity and focus and professionalism and coordination between all of the agencies that keep us safe is at the highest it's ever been. And even though we are going to confront, I believe, some new and very profound challenges, I start with real confidence in everyone who protects us and their ability to work together to do that. That being said, I think it's really important for New Yorkers to understand that we are now potentially facing a threat that's different and greater than anything we have faced previously. Over the last 20 years, this city, more than any other, has suffered the results of terrorism. The terrorism inflicted upon us came from non-state actors, came from very dangerous terrorist movements.
Y'all notice they always throwing these actors into these little news things now, these interviews, even with the whole shooting thing in New Jersey. The actors. Mayor de Blasio just said that the last 20 years in New York, the terrorism that's been going on has been staged by actors, non-state actors. Let's run it back. You heard actors. I heard actors. Okay, let's run it back. Let's see.
Terrorist movements and individuals. As of last night, we're dealing with a different reality. And I said it last night, we're in, at this point, a de facto state of war between the United States of America and Iran.
A de facto state of war. Y'all, they telling y'all we in World War III. While you still arguing and lip wrestling. He just said we are in a de facto state of war with Iran. Nehemiah, what does de facto mean?
Let's look it up.
Look it up for the people. What does de facto mean?
Okay, Google.
Oh, man.
What does de facto mean?
Look, de facto, in fact or in effect, whether by right or not, the island has been de facto divided into two countries, denoting someone or something that is such in fact. They let you know we at war. That's all it is. Again, in fact or in effect. New York's mayor just said that basically we are in fact at war.
States of America and Iran. None of us knows how this will play out. The state of war between the United States of America and Iran. None of us. We're in, at this point, a de facto state of war between the United States of America and Iran. None of us knows how this will play out. It will likely take weeks and months, maybe even years before we see where all this goes. But we have never confronted in recent decades the reality of a war with a government of a large country with an international terror network at its behest. We're dealing.
Really? All right, I got another one for you. Just real quick.
Tensions between the U.S. and Iran.
Hold on. Iran vows revenge after U.S. airstrike kills its top commander. Listen up.
Escalating tensions between the U.S. and Iran are raising fears of conflict in the Middle East. And that's after Iran said that it would avenge the killing of its top commander. It also accused the U.S. of state terrorism. Now, you're looking at live pictures out of Tehran right now. Iranians are at the streets to mourn General Qasem Soleimani. He was killed in a U.S. airstrike in Baghdad, and he was head of Iran's elite Quds force. That's the international arm of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. And he was regarded as the architect of Iran's influence in the region. U.S. President Donald Trump had ordered the military operation that also killed top Iraqi militia commander Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis, an advisor to Soleimani. The U.S. State Department has urged American citizens to leave Iraq immediately amid concerns of fallout. And for more on this, let's cross over to our correspondent, Simon Martin. He's in Washington. Simon, we know that U.S. President Donald Trump, he hasn't revealed the strategy behind killing Soleimani, but what does killing him actually achieve for the U.S., though?
Yeah, Glenda, that question, of course, presumes that there is a strategy behind the killing of Qasem Soleimani, not just any Iranian military commander, but the Iranian military commander, which is why we're seeing those pictures from the streets of Tehran. General Soleimani.
Right, sis just asked, does Iran have nuclear power? They claim they don't, but the way they handle them, it seems as if they do. You know what I'm saying? Like if they don't have nuclear power, why are they handled the way they are? Why are they sanctioned the way they are? You understand? I mean, Iran going back to earlier this year had been shooting down United States drones over the Persian Gulf, Strait of Hormuz, detaining United States naval vessels that had nuclear capability. You know what I'm saying? They've been like, what's good? So to me, the way they handle them proves and how scared Benjamin Netanyahu is. Remember, he drew the red line and said Iran has went past the red line. So the Western powers actually handle Iran as if they do got nuclear capability, which shouldn't be that too far to believe, because guess who backs them? A nuclear Russia. China. You talking about world powers that's backing Iran. So I wouldn't doubt that they had nuclear power. Not one iota of a bit. And especially how the U.S. handles them. Like they move like they real careful in dealing with them. Like if they ain't got no nuclear weapons, then what is you moving? Why are you real patient and strategic in how you deal with them? if in fact they don't have these nuclear weapons, this nuclear power. So I would say, based off the actions, my sister, based off the actions of the Western powers, or what they call the Allied powers, I would say yes. Because if they wasn't out here with no big guns, why is tiptoeing through the tulips like they are?
Soleimani was someone very well known to Iranians, a national hero in that country, and a man with unparalleled access to Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. So President Trump issued the directive for the killing of Qasem Soleimani to occur after the United States, we presume, received some kind of actionable intelligence from somewhere regarding his whereabouts on that airport road in Baghdad. General Soleimani has long been wanted by the United States, long branded as a murderous agent of terror by successive American governments. Sanctions have been in place against him since 2005. So he's long been on America's wanted list, but the implications and the repercussions of his killing in this way by an administration that really has not yet demonstrated that it has a coherent strategy with regards to Iran, Iraq, and the region, that is raising massive questions here. There are political questions for President Trump as well, because he carried out this order without any authorization from Congress.
Oh, really? So Trump drops the bomb or the strike and didn't even consult with Congress first. Really? And y'all look, and he's impeached, right? This man ain't paying y'all no attention. He like, yeah, whatever, and push the button. That's him right there, arriving at the airport, and his whole crew take him out. And didn't get not one approval from Congress. Now, if I ain't mistaken, that's the same people that claim they just impeached him. They just claim they impeached him. He's like, yeah, whatever. Man, look, I'm telling you, boy, arrogant heathen.
And Security Council resolutions backing all of this. The questions here for President Trump, who remains, of course, under that cloud of the impeachment trial that is due to get underway at some point this year in the Senate. The questions about all of this are now beginning to mount up.
Simon, we've heard threats of vengeance from the Iranians. Are we sitting on a powder keg here? And in the event of any retaliation, is the U.S. ready to deal with that?
Look, the vast majority of analysts here in Washington firmly believe that this is a powder keg, and that when the Iranians threaten retaliation for the killing of someone as prominent within the Iranian command structure as Qasem Soleimani, they mean it. And by reprisals, they don't just mean targeting American diplomats and service personnel in Iraq, who now the State Department is telling to get out of the country and out of Baghdad, but Iran, with its track record of terrorism, with
Isaiah King, exactly. A president can't get impeached in the middle of a war. So he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And the one says to say Trump marching to his own drum beat.
Its track record of going after civilian targets, not just in the Middle East, but in Europe as well. The grave fear here is that this is now going to be open season, especially given that President Trump withdrew the United States from the Iran nuclear deal, giving Iran no real reason to feel in any way constrained by commitments that it signed under that nuclear agreement. As to whether this Trump administration is ready for what is going to come, the fear here among foreign policy analysts in Washington is that you've got a State Department that has been largely hollowed out of expertise, led by Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, a man who has not really slayed Washington with his foreign policy intellect. You've got a new and untested National Security Advisor, Robert O'Brien, a new Defense Secretary, holding on with his fingernails to the revolving door at the Pentagon, which under Donald Trump's presidency has spun faster than ever before. Where is the expertise within this administration to guide a president through what could be, over the next few months, an extremely complex
series of events as the Iranians begin to retaliate for what took place last night in Baghdad. Simon Marks is speaking to us live from Washington, D.C. Meanwhile, our correspondent in Tehran, Omid Kazai, joins us live now for the latest from Iran. Omid, tell us about the response from Iran so far.
Yes, inside the country, emotions are quite running high among various political factions because General Soleimani was quite popular among all various political factions. Moderates, reformists, hardliners, and conservatives are sending and issuing heartfelt condolence messages. And it means that if the government takes the decision to take a serious action against this the assassination, I think it will get the public support for that. And meanwhile, Iran's IRGC, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, issued a statement vowing a painful and harsh revenge for the United States forces in the region. And I think the escalation is quite serious here in the region, and I think Iranian forces will take revenge. But it doesn't mean that there will be a direct confrontation between Iranian forces and the U.S. force in the region, but as it has been in the past 2 decades, I think Iran will take the revenge through its proxy forces, which are numerous, ranging from Afghanistan, Iraq, and Lebanon, Syria. I think this silly decision by U.S. President Trump put the U.S.
All right, when y'all get a chance, y'all, watch the rest of that. You did. What we gonna do now? We about to pray in, and we gonna go over a few scriptures about Bible prophecy. Bible prophecy, your eyebrow deep in it, whether you accept it or not. So we gonna go over a little bit of that. Isaiah 13, dealing with what you see in the scripture as Medes, the Medes and the Persians. You know that today is Iran. That body of water at the south, at the south of Iran's border, that's called the Persian Gulf. You understand? That's ancient Persia, in which they had their time to rule in the ancient world. And according to Bible prophecy, they will rise up and come and destroy Babylon. You understand? Many missiles, many arrows, and many missiles. Now, when you get into the ancient time in which Persia took down ancient Babylon, it wasn't even a big fight. It wasn't even a lot of casualties. They basically came right on in. If you read Daniel, the 5th chapter, that was the prophecy about the Persians coming in and taking over Babylon. Remember the writing on the wall, the hand pop up out of nowhere. Nebuchadnezzar's grandson gets shook. It's a writing on the wall. Can't nobody read it but Daniel, the Hebrew slave. He come in and say, if you can read that writing on the wall, you understand? I'll make you third ruler in the kingdom. I'm gonna put a gold chain around your neck. Daniel say, keep your gifts to yourself. I'm gonna tell you what to say for free.
You don't need me.
Your kingdom is done tonight. And guess who's taking it over? The Persians and the Medes, which is Iran today. And if you check any history, it wasn't even a big fight. You feel me? They came in and took over. I'm talking about it wasn't even hard. So when we read Isaiah 13, read Jeremiah 50 and Jeremiah 51 about ancient Persia or the Medes rising up to destroy Babylon. You feel me? And they surround Babylon and shoot arrows off. You understand? That's prophecy about a future Babylon being took down by a future Persian kingdom or Iranian kingdom. Again, it's not Iran in the scripture. It's called the Medes and the Persians. That's that ancient Iranian empire that had their time to rule. But when they took down ancient Babylon, it was a peaceful transition. It was a peaceful transition. It wasn't even a fight. Minimum casualties. So then we read what's going to happen according to ancient or future Babylon by a future Iran or Persia. No, that's not a peaceful transition. So what time are we talking about? If we ain't talking about ancient Babylon, we got to be talking about future Babylon. So for you Negroes to say Babylon is Saudi Arabia, or Babylon is the Vatican, right? We gonna see, you feel me, when we read the verbiage about what happens You feel me? You ain't got no choice but to include America in this. How you saying Babylon is everywhere else but America? Like America get a free pass? All the evil is done the past 400-500 years. All the evil is done, and America gets a free pass. Master Charlie gets a free pass. No type of judgment coming to him. No type of judgment coming to these shores, huh? No. Ancient Babylon was took down by ancient Persia, y'all, and it was a peaceful transition. The prophecy in Isaiah, the prophecy in Jeremiah, you understand? 2nd Ezra 15, that's another good one. That's another one too. You see, man, it's talking about so many arrows, it's going to black the sun out. And ain't none of them going to miss. That don't sound like what happened in ancient Babylon by Persia. That sounds like a future Babylon. And newsflash, it just so happens you as the children of slaves just so happen to be in what Bible called Babylon. Enslaved. Go ahead, Al.
Then also you got to understand too, the Most High always dealt this way. I'm going to read a quick 2 precepts and then we run on. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
So whatever was written before was written for our learning. Makes sense? So while you trying to shun the prophecies or shun what's called the Old Testament, you understand? Even the writer of Romans, which was Shaul or Paul, said things that were written before us was written for our learning, that we through patience and hope, patience and comfort through the scripture might find hope.
Exactly. That's why Christ told you, don't fear not.
That's right.
These things must come to pass and the time is at hand.
That's right.
It's hope. You should be joyous at this point.
Right, not scared.
And look, I put this on Facebook today. Look, some of you Negroes, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying so much in this group, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It ain't hard to find. Just point your finger, you'll hit one. You hear me? Kept all the 4th of July. You hear me? Had the best Boreats on, firecrackers. You know what I'm talking about? All this old say, can you? All that, right? Then Thanksgiving, you celebrate with all the chitterlings and ham and pork and turkey all on your table, and you keep all their Memorial Days and Labor Day. Boy, you more patriot than your slave master. You more, so don't be mad when they come over and talk about, man, why they come over and go kill America? Go fight for America. You keeping all the stuff you keep for them anyway.
And running on automatic.
And the killer part about us, you know, as Israelites, bro, we don't keep none of that stuff.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? Now, look, it's funny. Don't be scared to be an American now when you've been playing American, the great patriot, so-called Negro for all this time. The best at it. Then my last scripture, written by Solomon, Ecclesiastes 3:14 and 15. I know that whatsoever Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh do it shall be forever. Nothing can put to it, nor anything taken from it. And Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh doeth it, that men should fear before him. That which has been is now. And that which is to be has already been. And the Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh required that which is past.
That's right. He requires that which is past. Persia or the Medes and the Persians took down ancient Babylon. The Medes and the Persians will take down future Babylon. The Most High is so poetic. He's so poetic in how you get down.
One last thing. One thing I was listening to the news, you know, driving home, you know, one of the biggest things that America, y'all been seeing in the movies all the time. All these sleeper cells. So like what Mally is saying, when you read the scriptures, how it was taken down real easy. You see what I'm saying? That's what America is. That's crazy. That's why you just seen the mayor go up in New York and already raised the banner. He already knows something coming behind it. And then you talk about the arrows or nuclear missiles, right? That aim and hit or whatever. You know, with a nuclear storm, you can't even see the sun. They call it scorching the sky.
Yeah.
You won't even see the sun. Just
a nuclear winner.
Nuclear winner.
I'm telling you, they got all these little buzz phrases to let you know, look, this thing about to hit. Where you gonna be at, Israel? Still arguing on social media or doing what you called to do? All right, let's get this prayer off real quick. Psalm 56. All right, Psalm 56. With the Most High's permission, I end in prayers. We're gonna bring our brothers and sisters before the throne of the Almighty when we end out. Rattle the heavens. That the Most High send down the healing that's complete, a healing that's understood. You feel me? Go ahead and hit the Psalm 56, my brother. Y'all face Jerusalem. Y'all know how we do. Men uncover their heads, women cover their heads when praying and prophesying. All things done decently in order. Exciting times to be alive. It's time to go ahead and get struck and baptized with that Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, the mind, power, and essence of the Almighty, and go forth and attack Satan's kingdom, because your war is not with humans or human beings of mankind, but against the cosmic powers and rulers of the darkness of the spiritual realm, spiritual wickedness in high places. All right, let's get it done, Ak. You got it?
Let's get it. Psalm chapter 56.
Yeah.
Verse 1. Be merciful unto me, O Yahweh, for man would swallow me up. He fighting daily, oppresseth me. My enemies would daily swallow me up, for they be many that fight against me. O thou Most High, what time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. In Yahweh, I praise his word. In Yahweh, I have put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me.
That's right. Come on.
Every day they wrest my words. All their thoughts are against me for evil. They gather themselves together. They hide themselves. They mark my steps. When they wait for my soul, shall they escape by iniquity? And that anger cast down the people, O Yahweh.
That's right.
Thou tellest my wanderings, but thou my tears into thy bottle, and they not in thy book. When I cry to thee, then shall my enemies turn back. This I know, for Yod-A-Y-A is for me. In Elohim will I praise his word.
That's right.
In the Most High will I praise his word. In Elohim have I put my trust. I will not be afraid what man can do unto me.
Not at all.
Thy vows are upon me,
Woo!
O Elohim. I will render praise unto thee. Verse 13. For thou hast delivered my soul from death. Will not thou deliver my feet from falling, that I may walk before Elohim, that I may walk before Elohim in the light of the living. Hallelujah! Selah! Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right. All praise, glory, now to the Most High.
Oh,
Owner, creator, and possessor of all there is. Forever live his anointed, beloved Son in the hearts and minds of the faithful elect. All right. So, yeah, y'all, World War III. You heard it from even the New York City mayor, de Blasio. He said a de facto war, which means it's in effect. Right? Or it's in fact a war. All right. So, all praise and glory and honor, y'all. We are in exciting times. What we're going to do is another screen share, and we're going to hit some of these scriptures concerning the prophecies about what's going on. All right. First scripture we're going to go to is Isaiah, the 13th chapter. Isaiah 13. All right. So y'all can see what's going on. We're going to hit some of that second Ezra 15 as well. Y'all, a few months back, we actually did a Headquarter Friday, Wars and Rumors of Wars, talking about Iran. So the war drums are beating. The war drums are beating. You understand? It's all going to come down to whose side are you on. If you with the Most High, well, you need to be doing what the Most High command us to do, in which part of that is, hey, gather yourselves together, O nation not deserved. Y'all better hurry up. You better hurry up with it. You see, your eyebrow deep in prophecy. Still arguing on social media about what? About what?
The earth is flat.
This thing has become a pissing contest. That would have seemed like to me. All right. Now's the time for us to be praying more, fasting more. You understand? Hey, and then your prayers ask the Most High to strike you with his Holy Spirit, seal and fill you with it. You understand? And that the signs may chase you down. Right? Now it's time to be going forth in full demonstration of Ruach HaKodesh. That's Hebrew for the Holy Spirit. The mind, power, and essence of the Almighty. Y'all, we in World War III. The mayor just said it. De facto war, or it's in full effect then. That's what you're saying. In fact, it's a war. This is the time that we in, y'all. All right? So no time to be playing around. There is no time to be playing around with this thing. Get yourselves together. All right? Get off them games. Stop playing around and do what we need to do. You understand? To activate Ruach that's in us. Activate. That's what time it is, y'all. It's no time to be playing around. All right? The time for the funnies is over. All right? World War III is here, imminent. Mayor de Blasio just told you we are in a de facto war with Iran, which means it's in full effect, or it's in fact a war. All right? Isaiah 13, you got that? Or yeah, that's what the study Bible there. Break it down in between them chapters. Yeah. Got the name of the Most High in there and his attributes. All right, Isaiah 13. Shout out to Elder Rufus, Straightway, Georgia. Shalom to you, my brother. Shabbat shalom. All right, come on, Knock, let's get it.
And then you should be saying, like you said, the prophecies, the fruit of the Spirit, everything should be chased. Just follow, like, look, the Bible tell you, just follow the power, follow the signs, look at the fruit, look at the tree. And if you notice, man, look, brothers have switched up all programs. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, let's stay on what the word said we should be on. We should be gathering, we should be healing, we should be raising up a banner.
Yeah, casting out devils, all of it. Yeah.
You know, all that healing. Bro, I mean, that's what time it is. And in that, you also healing yourself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because look at the things they used to have us bound. You know what I'm saying? I know I feel
exactly
totally different, brother.
No doubt.
What I want my children even say.
No doubt.
My children like, what have y'all did to my father?
Whatever you did to my father, keep doing it.
Yeah, it's a he
that's what his oldest daughter told me. Pulled me to the side.
Like, man, you know
what I'm saying?
Youngest daughter, all of them.
But notice it was like that once we started establishing order around. I was like, look, this is how we gonna run this. This is what it's gonna be. You understand? Man, and then now you are opening the door for the Holy Spirit to come in and dwell. Because the mind, power, and essence of the Most High is about order.
And it has to be with order.
It ain't about disorder and you just do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? It's called the Holy Spirit or the set apart spirit for a reason. You have to be unspotted from the world. You know what I'm saying? And then when you know it's what it is, go forth and boldly proclaim it. And we've been seeing a lot of witnesses. And that just lets you know. I was talking to the young gunner the other day. He said, man, look, that lets you know something about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so much, it's so many witnesses back to back, whether it's deliverance from demonic habitation or whether it's healings, you know what I'm saying, like from diseases or whatever. Both sides of the aisle, laying on hands and herbs. You know what I'm saying? And he like, but it's ramped up on such a level now to where the young gunner, Yaki told me the other day, he said, big bro, something about to happen. Like, why is the Most High now showing himself?
Has to.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, something is about to go down. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's just time for us to go ahead and lock all the way in and do it. You know what I'm saying?
And then when you see on top of that, and Slakia, y'all, for just in my spirit, you know what I'm saying? Then to perform these righteous acts, right? And then have people just from even the video alone go imitate those same righteous acts with the belief. You know what I'm saying? It's just about you see me raise up a finger, at the finger, you get the same thing done. It's the faith aspect that brings that power out, right? So when you see that and you see the other young ones and the other elders, you know what I'm saying, in different areas performing these same righteous acts, calling down the mighty name of the Elohim, invoking the heavens and the throne of God, you know what I'm saying, humbly coming before him. And you see these things go forward and look, and then they writing testimony. You see what I'm saying? Man, it's
All praise
that
man.
pouring the spirit going out, man, is something. It ain't by accident, you know that.
No, it can't be.
It ain't by chance. There ain't no big boom in the spirit.
Right. That was this or it's divine appointment.
Ooh,
it's just one or the other.
Divine appointment.
Let's get to Isaiah 13:1. Y'all, for y'all that don't know, Iran's top general. Iran's top general just got took out yesterday, a few hours ago. And you know, it's what it is. Iran is vowing a retaliation, but y'all, the ancient Median Persia empires, which you know is Iran today, and they are rising up. You understand? And what you got is the allied powers or the Western powers trying their best to overthrow prophecy. But you look, your arms are too short to box with the Almighty. You'll never win. All right. All right, so come on, let's get this. Isaiah 13, start at verse 1.
All right. Isaiah 13, verse 1.
Yeah.
The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see.
Now, y'all know Isaiah is a prophet. Y'all know Amos is a prophet. How many of us really slow down and realize that Amos, the prophet, is Isaiah's father?
They gave birth to a prophet.
That's his father. You read the book of Amos. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm reading Amos, but this Isaiah daddy. Wonder how that house was growing up.
Both spirits flying on around in well, you seen Yo Hey Why in the morning. Yo Hey Why cook eggs.
All right, come on, verse 2.
Lift ye up a banner unto the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of nobles.
So he's saying, lift up a banner upon the high mountain. When you do that, you're proclaiming your message. Our banner, what you need. Our banner is the word of the Almighty. All right. So lift it up upon a high mountain. Mountains are symbolic for governments in the scriptures. You can read all about that. In Jeremiah 50 or Jeremiah 51, Babylon is compared to a destroying mountain. All right. So he letting it be known to his prophets, like raise up a banner, declare, proclaim this word, right? You know, it says upon the high mountain, exalt your voice. It don't say whisper. That's one thing about this thing. You got to be bold when you're going forth. You got to know the Most High is with you. And Most High said, well, if I'm with you, exalt your voice. Messiah said it. Whenever I whisper to you, get on your rooftops and boldly proclaim. That's how you know it's the truth you're dealing with. Because it's not secrets. You're not hiding nothing. All right. Exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. You think that means like how we do today? What up, dog? Like, what you doing when you shaking the hand, your hand? You're telling somebody off. You letting it be known, like, look, this is what it is. Judgment is coming, and you raising so much what they call hell. They go and snitch on you. They go tell the nobles. These Israelites are waking up all over. I realized in 2019, we made the news 3 times, international news. Ooh-wee. Verse 3.
I have commanded my sanctified ones.
Come on.
I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger.
For my who?
Anger.
Come on.
Even them that rejoice in my house.
This is the Most High speaking through his prophet Isaiah. Now, who are these sanctified ones that he called for his anger? Who is this he talking about? And notice it said, even them that rejoice. They rejoice that, you know, they've been given a task by the Almighty. Watch this.
The noise of a multitude in the mountain.
Yeah.
Like as of a great people.
Mm-hmm.
A tumultuous
noise. Very loud noise. Come on.
Of the kingdoms of nations.
Yeah.
Gathered together.
Come on.
The Most High of hosts.
Yahweh Zebaoth. Come on.
Mustereth the host of the battle.
It's the Most High that puts the spirit of war in the earth. It says he's a man of war. It's the Most High that puts the spirit of war in the earth with these nations and these nations to fight each other. That's why he tell Israel, you better gather yourselves together before this crack off. Y'all better be making sincere efforts to get together. Because the Most High is about to make a major league move in this earth, boy. And in the end, it's him. It's him being the puppet master, right? Causing things that happen in history to make this nation, provoked by this nation, to go to war. They tell you in Ezekiel, he gonna put hooks in their jaws and drag them all to a certain place. And you're like, dang, is that a literal hook? No, he gonna cause events to happen to make nations say, you know what, I gotta go to war. I gotta protect my financial interests in Syria. You feel me? And I'm Russia. I gotta protect my political interests in Iran, and I'm Russia or China. You see? So once that's threatened, meaning if I don't do nothing, I can lose everything that I've invested in this country. Lost if I don't do nothing. So the Most High is making things happen in the earth to where your political interests and your financial interests are jeopardized. Guess what you got to do? You got to go to war. If somebody was outside your house about to break in, or say you was invested in all this real estate around the city, right? And you get word, your most prized real estate, you done put all this investment and time and energy into it, right? Somebody's about to take it on over. You just finna sit back and not do nothing.
God forbid. God
forbid, right? You naturally got to go and check on your investment, your interests, everything that you done poured into this. And I done poured too much into it. I got to go check on it. And you feel me? And more than likely go to war over it to protect what? My financial and political interests. It's the same thing in the earth. It's the same thing in the earth. You feel me? Treaties and all that is a guarantee that war is going to come. It may be 20 years later. Go ahead, out. That's right. That's what it is. And it's a beautiful thing because man think he doing this on his own. Man think like, oh, okay, well, this is what it is. Y'all playing right into the Most High's hand. It's a beautiful thing. Now watch this. So it's the Most High that mustereth the host. Host mean army. The army of the battle. It's the Most High that put that spirit out there to gather the troops against each other. Watch this, verse 5.
Especially if you invest in the company, that investment goes corrupt, then guess what happens?
Yeah.
They defeat your ally, that weakens your strength.
It does.
So you got to help your ally. Two fighting against something is better than one fighting against it. You see what I'm saying? So if I cripple your money, then guess what? You didn't help them, I defeat them. Now you just made it more easy for me to defeat you. So they got to fight.
Yep, and then you can't be seen this week because this is war. See, the woman last night, she say they have made the mistake of taking Trump's strategic patience for weakness. See, you can't appear to be weak out here. You feel me? You claim you're the most powerful nation in the earth. God forbid you out here looking weak. You have to maintain a certain level of fear and power. Even if it ain't the case, as long as it's perceived, no, we better not do that. It's going to be a problem. Now watch this. Come on.
Especially if you told on the vision.
We do. We do. It's a beautiful thing.
Rock over there, he gets it. He gets it.
That's right. That's right. It's a beautiful thing, man. I love it. What did it say? Yeah.
They come from a far country.
Come on.
From the end of heaven.
Come on.
Even the Most High. And the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole
land. The Most High is rising up a nation. And he's calling this certain nation the weapons of his indignation. And they purpose is to destroy the whole land. What land? Verse 1 said the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. Isaiah, who lived 700 years before the Messiah, saw the destruction of end-time Babylon, not Babylon in his day.
And please explain why.
Because Babylon in his day failed through a peaceful transition. They didn't show up.
Already failed.
They didn't show. It's already done.
It's already done.
You feel me? And it failed peacefully. It wasn't. They didn't come in as weapons of the Most High's indignation.
Of his indignation.
They didn't come in like that.
They ain't come in here.
Look at how Persia took down ancient Babylon. You're gonna be like, what was the war at?
Just Google it. Leave the Bible out.
What happened? Where were all the arrows at and the bloodshed and the millions of bodies behind this? So Isaiah must by default has to be prophesying about another Babylon.
Aha.
Can't be talking about the ancient Babylon.
So is it safe to say that Isaiah is a future times prophet?
Yes, he is.
Ah.
Yes, and for you Negroes that scared of the Old Testament, I see why. I see why. Even the return of the Messiah is prophesied in Isaiah, chapter 66.
The end game of it. Yeah, because who read Isaiah 66?
Yeah.
When he walked into the temple, opened the scroll, and you might have heard it read like, "This is a good, acceptable." Oh, where you get that from? Oh,
Let's get it out.
verse 6. How ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand.
It says, howl, scream, screech, cry out, for the day of the Most High is at hand. Come on.
It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
They don't say little house on the prairie. It don't say a peaceful transition.
I think I see Dilly Do neighbor.
It don't say diddly do. You feel me? Let's politically work this out and remove sanctions. It don't say none of that. It don't say none of that. So far, we know that it's the day of the Most High. He's bringing a nation forth to destroy Babylon, and this nation is referred to as the weapons of his indignation. Really?
So it's not a peaceful transfer.
No. There's nothing peaceful about it.
Oh.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Boy, that's a serious time when everybody's hand is weak and everybody's mind snaps. You talking about a serious day when the Most High decree the fall of Babylon. That's something beyond serious, right? Now, what the Negro don't want to come to grips with is America Babylon that we read about in the Bible. Your white evangelical preachers that never tell you it is. They walking around with MAGA hats on. Make America great again. You're going against prophecy with that. America is Babylon. Gotta be. If not, show me where this took place at. When?
Oh, bro.
When has this ever happened?
Bro, you can't make this up.
Come on, what you got, brother?
Why? Well, I was surfing through Facebook and it just hit me in my head. Somebody had posted that Creflo Dollar, and y'all heard where I'm going with this, has said that if God destroys America, then Jesus is going to have to apologize.
Hey, the Most High's going to bury that Negro.
Google that, man.
He been sold out a long time. Then
that,
Jesus
bro.
is going to have
Charles,
to apologize.
check that out, man. Type in Jesus and Creflo Dollar in the Facebook search bar and see what you come up in any of those posts.
Hey, look, if y'all don't know by now, none of these pig meat eating pastors are your leaders.
None of them.
Most High have not called these men.
A cross-dresser can't be a spiritual leader.
Nor set them up.
And never a man who tell you that the Big Ten is sin.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He straight tell you that the commandments is sin. That man gonna get y'all killed. Listen to him.
He has some of the biggest followings.
All right, come on, Knock, let's get it.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
Verse 8. And they shall be afraid.
Come on.
Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them.
Hallelujah.
They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth.
Oh, man. Y'all women that gave birth, y'all know exactly how that feels for you women that's been in labor, right? The labor pains are going to be multiplied everywhere in that day. No, we got afraid, sorrows, and labor pains. Come on up.
They shall be amazed, one at another. Their faces shall be as flames.
Verse 9. Come on, let's get it. That's right.
Nuclear fallout, boy.
That's right.
You just saw that Terminator when they showed the explosion. She was holding on the fence.
What?
Poof.
Boy, I melt your eyeballs out your sockets.
What was he really saying?
And their faces shall be as flames.
What do that mean?
Verse 9, come on.
Ooh. Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh. Cruel.
Nice.
Cruel.
A spring breeze.
Cruel.
Diamond in the back. Sun rooftop. Dig in the scene with the gangster lean. Ooh.
You You got it?
That ain't the day of Yah.
Bro, read. That's going because you ain't even on Facebook and social media, bro. That's gonna blow your mind just reading the title.
That's a video too. YouTube.
Oh, hit play.
It's on YouTube. Look like this is what is being taught. Creflo Dollar says the Most High has to apologize to Jesus if America is destroyed.
I cannot make this up, bro.
He ain't getting no play on these airways.
Man,
y'all look that up when y'all get a chance. This Negro is evil.
And look how he look. He look like he lost his last.
Yeah.
Boy, you need to change your display time. You on 10 seconds.
Yeah, he been off. So knows that the day of the Most High is cruel.
Cruel.
Oh, man. Boy, checkmate. That's what I like. Come on.
Cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger.
Yeah. It's not happiness and a smooth transition.
Nobody can cash out their 401k.
Nah, it's not about being politically correct. It's cruel. It's with wrath and fierce anger. Come on,
to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out.
Ooh, so for those that claiming that the law is done away with,
or those who are practicers,
or a practitioner of lawlessness. Well, it say the Most High gonna destroy sinners out of it.
So stop claiming making contracts with sin.
That's right. Verse 10. Watch this.
For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light, and the sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine.
Come on. Y'all see that? Lights out.
The whole nuclear fallout.
Lights out. Come on.
And I will push the world
punish.
Yeah. Push, Lord. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked of their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease.
That's right. Donald Trump. Go ahead.
And lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
Come on.
And I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Yeah.
Store up your golds. Store up your golds. Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
The Hebrew man will be respected in that day. The remnant of us that's left be precious. You feel me? Majority of our men right now dead, gay, in jail, or gang banging, let alone if they men of the Most High. You dig? A lot of us gonna be martyred and laid down. You understand? Women gonna be flocking. A man? What kind of a man?
Hebrew. Then it makes sense why he prophesied about those 7 women going up there.
Hey, look, I was watching that old 10 Commandments with Charlton Heston and Yul Brynner and Edward G. Robinson.
All the way back.
Hey, look, I was watching that deal, and Moses ended up coming through the house of Jethro, right? Jethro had all these daughters, and his daughter say, a man saved us. And the rest of the sisters said, a man? What kind of a man?
Boy, his daughter getting no love, boy.
His daughters jump into action, boy. They got the cooking, and sewing garments. They like, a man. What kind of a man? Man, I was on the floor hollering. I say, boy, that's a man more precious than fine gold right there, baby.
Boy,
oh, boy.
The royal pot cookers.
Hey, man, I laughed so hard. I say, boy, and then look, this scripture right here jumped into my mind. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. You understand? Jethro's daughters understood a man is precious. You dig? And then they had to get married off in order and succession and all that. Man, they heard it was a man coming through there. Well, they set up straight. A man? What kind of a man?
Well, today now, boy, the Hebrew man get damn near spitting in his face.
I say, boy, that day coming back soon, boy. Because look, even in the prophecy, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. They don't even know what the land of Ophir is. You see how precious that is? They don't even know where Ophir is. The ancient biblical land of Ophir. Wherever it was infested with gold, saturated with it. They don't even know where it's at today. That's how precious a man gonna be in this day when the Most High start raising up the Medes and the Persians to take down Babylon.
See what I'm saying? It's a rare thing.
It's a very rare thing.
That's why he's a rare thing.
That's right. That's right.
Perfect.
That's right. That's right.
Perfect. What's they would call that? Metaphor.
Yeah. Verse 13.
Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of Yahweh or Yahweh Zebaoth.
That's right. That's right.
And in the day of his fierce anger,
I'm gonna shake the heavens, baby, and the earth gonna remove. All right, come on, verse 14.
And it shall be the chase road as the sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people.
They shall what?
Turn to his own people.
Every man shall turn. This is the prophecy. Why you think the prophecy says what? Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. When you're done talking, everyone going to turn to their own people. Babylon is finished, right? Eventually, this place got to get emptied out. Not with a Negro going who don't know who he is. Where are you going? Big Mama's house, huh? Where are you going?
Big Mama trying to run over there to the white man.
Where are you going when everybody got to turn to their own people and flee to their own land? Who are your people and where your land at?
It don't matter. God loves everybody.
All right, now watch this. All this is in the prophecy about the destruction of Babylon. All right. So if this is about ancient Babylon, when did this happen?
Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
Shall be what?
Thrust
or
through.
Ran through. Go ahead.
And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Everyone joined to them shall fall by the sword.
So be your American in. Be your good old patriotic, I love America, Negro at that day.
Y'all see that? That's the judgment that's coming. Though hand join in hand, the wicked will not go unpunished. It will not. The fact of the matter is, you are Israel, a people, and guess what? You are Israel that has what? A land, a promised land.
And a power.
That's right. And a God of Israel that is making this happen in his earth. You feel me? It's real talk. Your oppressors have to answer for what has happened there.
And the children thereof.
Now watch this. Go ahead.
All right. Everyone that is found shall be thrusted through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Come on.
Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their homes shall be spoiled. Their wives ravished.
Do you hear that? Why you think he tell us to separate ourselves?
Because he
feel me? You got to start. Look, you got to start that now where you at, and still be actively in your spirit, like deliver us up out of here. Some brothers as of now can't, or sisters as of now can't get about these borders. They playing with the passports and all that. But what you at least could be doing is rehearsing the righteous acts now, right? Shout out to everybody that's striving to get together and get about these cities and live set apart. That's powerful, man. You at least need to be rehearsing the righteous acts now, right? Because you see what's coming. Now imagine in that day you a good old corporate slave, loving your little job.
House niggas.
You know what I'm saying? You loving your job is not about to stop this from going down, though. Their children shall be dashed to pieces before your eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives, what?
Ravished.
Meaning raped. Nobody want to deal with that. See? That's why, especially with the Hebrew men and women, look, we got to get that together, y'all. You understand? You got to get that together. Stop all the bickering and trying to manipulate the situations and all that. Look, if you caught out of bounds in that day, you see what's going to happen. You feel me? And I'm the one to remind the sisters, y'all not exempt in this war. The mother and 7 sons wasn't.
Oh,
she wasn't exempt.
Oh,
You not exempt in this.
Ooh.
You spending all your time running your mouth trying to manipulate and control something that you can't control. If you caught out of bounds in this day, guess what's going to happen to you and your children and your houses? Because you didn't want to submit and come up under the order. You men that's out of order. That don't want to stand up and be men. And drop the hammer and establish order by any means necessary. Guess what's going to happen to you? Guess what's going to happen to them babies? Guess what's going to happen to them women?
Them out of control head of household women that he talk about in Isaiah 3.
Come on, man. The Most High ain't playing no games. That's why he said, y'all better gather together now and stop playing. You see? But he know how to get our attention. That's the beautiful thing about the Almighty. And the crazy part about it, y'all, why do it take for heads to roll before you say, you know what, let me shut up and get in line and just do what the Lord tell me to do? Why it take that? You would think after getting your rear end whooped past your shoulder blades the past 500 years, you'd have took all that correction and said, you know what, yeah, I ain't even figured this thing out by now. You would think by now the Negro would be, you know what, yeah, let me shut up and just do what I'm told.
Did you hear this, man? Say, boy, you got your ass whooped
past your shoulder blades the past 500 years, 400 years. And you, and okay, so we gonna be quiet and stop teaching and let you give us the solution. What's the solution? Exactly. You ain't got no solution. The only option you got if you want to live Israel is to get in order and do what thus saith the Most High. Move in the fear of him. That's your only option. Other than that, brimstone sandwich. How about that? That's the judgment that's coming. You don't want to see your babies dashed to pieces. You don't want to see your wives ravished. Now trip off. Guess who's going to be dashing the babies into pieces and ravishing your wives and robbing your houses? Verse 17. Watch this.
Behold, I will stir up me.
I will stir up who?
The me.
The who?
The me.
Come on.
Against them.
Come on.
Which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
They shall not delight in it. Meaning you want me, when the Most High raise up his weapons of indignation to destroy Babylon, which is the ancient Media Persian Empire. You know them as Iran today. Guess what you not going to be able to do? Bribe them. They here for one reason.
Destroy. And
they just killed Iran's top general yesterday. A few hours ago. While we was live last night, it went down. Yeah, and they vowing retaliation, but it makes sense. Something would have to provoke them to get hurt, to where the Most High rise them up and say, oh, okay, yeah, we ready to rock, right? Something would have to happen. Y'all, this is where we at. That's why we made a decree. We ain't arguing with nobody no more. If it ain't about doing the work of the Messiah that he commanded us to do, if it ain't about gathering together and getting our women off these jobs and our children out of these schools and us living amongst each other, if it ain't about prophecy going forward to let our people know what time we in, leave me out of it. I don't care to even have a conversation about it. Everybody else can argue over their little. Go ahead, keep arguing. Keep arguing. While the Medes are rising up. Keep arguing. When they show up, they're coming to rape your women. Coming to kill your children. And you arguing on Facebook about a 12 tribe chart. If polygyny is lawful or not. If the earth is flat or not. You a debater-lite. Just debate. That's what you are. Now, who are the Medes? Let's click on it.
Oh, and I love this guy right now.
You say what, man?
I love this guy right now.
And you going off, man.
Oh, debater like.
You a debater like, son.
Oh, get a point across a like. Oh, time my turn a like.
Strong's H 4074.
Oh my God.
Madai. Cassinius Lexicon. Madai.
Now remember, the Medes or Madai in Persia were like a two-headed beast that ran the same empire. You see Cyrus the Persian, Darius the Mede. You feel me? They were like a two-headed monster that represented one kingdom that took down Babylon back in the day. So the prophecy is they would rise back up. Now watch this, right? It says Medes 8 times, Medea, Media or Medes or Medai, middle land, a people descended from the son of Japheth, who inhabited the territory of Medea. That's for y'all, shots fired for y'all think Japheth is the white man. Iranians are not white folk, all right? Land inhabited by the descendants of Japheth, located northwest of Persia. Who? Persia. Who? Persia. Persia is Iran. Persia proper, south and southwest of the Caspian Sea, east of Armenia and Assyria, and west and northwest of the Great Salt Desert of Iram. It says Iram. Foreign derivation. But these people right here roll with a group called the Persians. The Persian Empire is the kingdom of Iran that you know today. It was Persia all the way up into 1930 something. Then somebody by the name of Winston Churchill decided to draw a line down the middle of it and name the right side of it Iran and the left side of it, drum roll, Iraq. Really? Ain't that word old boy just got killed at? The top Iranian general just got killed in Iraq. But it was called Persia all the way up until Winston Churchill, the so-called English diplomat, decided to draw a line down the middle of it and named the right side of it Iran and the left side Iraq. Ain't that something? But at the bottom of it, you got what's called what? The Persian Gulf. They tried to change it to the Arabian Gulf years ago, and them Iranians flipped out. Now, why would they flip out if they Arabs? I mean, they Muslims, we give them that. You understand? But just because you a Muslim don't make you an Arab. Why would the Iranian people protest the Persian Gulf being named the Arabic Gulf? Because they're Persians. They're not Arabs. Yeah, they Muslims. You dig? But they're not Arabs. Just like the East Indians are not Arabs. Right? The ones with the dots on their head. Those aren't Arabs. They come from a whole nother family. Really? All right. So look, you see he rising up who you know is Iran today. All right. Now watch this. Read that 17 again.
Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, but shall not regard silver. And as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
Not at all. Not at all. Go ahead.
Because you already know when the so-called white man is in distress and his life is on the line, I'll double whatever they paying you. I'll give you everything.
That's right. I know, mailman.
They don't make a charge like that.
Mailman, I thought they was Ishmaelites as well. You dig? So look, y'all just look up them trying to change the Persian Gulf to the Arabic Gulf. And if they're Arabs, what are they mad about? They contested that until they died in breath, and it never got changed. Never got changed. Real talk. They are Muslims by faith, though. They into Islam, but they're not Arabs. They not from Ishmael, in other words. From a whole nother different family. I mean, they all look dark skinned with goat hair. I mean, I hear you. I hear you. But that don't make them the same family, right? No different than if you ran to an Aboriginal in what the hell is it, Australia, or a Bushman over in Africa that's not an Israelite, right? They got woolly hair. That don't make him an Israelite. All right, come on, Doc, let's get it.
Verse 18.
Yeah.
Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces.
Bows shoot arrows. Really, go ahead.
And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. And their eyes shall not spur children.
Come on.
And Babylon.
Come on.
The glory of kingdoms. The beauty of Chaldees. Excellence.
Come on.
Shall be as when YAHUDAHS overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's the other key. That kills it right there. Isaiah is not talking about ancient Babylon. because ancient Babylon wasn't took out by fire, was it? How was Sodom and Gomorrah overthrown? By fire. Ancient Babylon today, you're all over there in the area of Iraq. You feel me? They still got Nebuchadnezzar's hanging gardens and Saddam Hussein and all that over in that area. Yeah. So if ancient Babylon was not overthrown like Sodom and Gomorrah was overthrown, then Isaiah, this vision he having right here, it was not about ancient Babylon. Aha. So if you still saying it is, guess what you need to bring us? Proof that ancient Babylon was overthrown like Sodom and Gomorrah. Oh wait. Oh wait. Houston, we got a problem, huh? Now, you see they say that because you see Chaldea, but Chaldea was the country and Babylon was the capital in the ancient world. Just like United States is the country and DC is the capital. Babylon was the capital of Chaldea. Our forefather Abraham was from Chaldea, the country as well, but he was from the city of Ur, or the city of light. Ur or Or is light in Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't from Babylon in Chaldea, but he was from Ur in Chaldea. All right. So Isaiah had a vision, the burden of Babylon. He had a vision about Babylon being overthrown like Sodom and Gomorrah. And if that ain't happened nowhere in history where you track Babylon and its rulership, well, man, where are you living at now? And how does it end? Man.
And peep that he said that the faces were on fire in his vision.
In the early verses. Faces shall gather flames, shall be as flames.
Makes sense if you're talking about something that's been destroyed like Sodom and Gomorrah. That should make perfect sense.
Really?
Some white man's book written about black people or people of color doing all this to them.
Now watch this. Verse 20.
It shall never be inhabited.
You can't say that's ancient Babylon because it's inhabited right now. This says the vision Isaiah had was that it would never be inhabited. Go ahead.
Yeah, nuclear waste. You can't live on the land no more. Neither shall it be dwelt in for generation to generation.
I mean, that don't even need a breakdown. All right, go ahead.
Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there.
Now, you have all Arabs pitching tent here in America. Am I lying? Don't they own all the Salama markets, the gas stations? Right? The Arabs won't be able to pitch tent and guess what? Make a come up. Because that's all they do now. Nobody lying. They right next door. Right? Every time we walk in the market, Shalom! Laletov! Ma Shalom Ka? Like, dang, this Arab actually know Hebrew. You dig? They won't be able to pitch. That's him pitching tent. You feel me? Making his shekels. All right, go ahead.
Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and stayers shall dance there. Satyrs. That makes sense. Because if you nuclear fallout this thing, right?
Yeah.
And you heat it up, right? The only type of environment that this would be conducive to would be that of a desert-like type.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. Right.
So that's the only animal that would dwell in.
So it's turned into a wilderness. It's turned into a wilderness. And wilderness is a place deprived of anything you need to live. Really. So, y'all, we know for a fact that Isaiah was not prophesying about Babylon in his day. And if he wasn't, and we ain't got no history of any Babylon being took out like Sodom and Gomorrah. And we know every word of the Most High that come out of his mouth must come to pass. It is sure. Your heart should be speeding up at this moment. Like, man, am I living in the place that will be turned into Sodom and Gomorrah? And the only things that will inhabit this place are wild beasts of the desert, doleful creatures, owls, and satyrs. They'll be dancing here. A sighter gonna dance her because they right at home in waste, a wilderness. Go ahead, Doc.
And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and the dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come.
Yeah.
And her days shall not be prolonged.
Her days shall not be prolonged.
So you can't put it off.
All right, let's go to Daniel 5 since we brought it up. Daniel, the 5th chapter, y'all. This is about the night that ancient Babylon went down. This is the night. This was Nebuchadnezzar's grandson. Nebuchadnezzar was that ruler of Babylon that took us captive during the time of Jeremiah. And his family ruled all the way up until his grandson took the throne. All right. Y'all heard of the writing on the wall? Now, this is proof that ancient Media-Persia came through and conquered ancient Babylon, but it was not in the same spirit that we just read from Isaiah, which means a future Babylon got to taste all that wrath from the Almighty. And as we speak last night, Iran's top general just got took out. Top general. And everybody else with him. And they all in the streets over there, deaf to America and all that. Hey, those that are devoted to Trump, I watched the video before I came. And AMTV, actually, Chris Green and them. And he like, look, we support you. But you better finish the job. You know good and well you just opened up Pandora's box. There ain't no you hit the top of Iran's top general and you think ain't nothing gonna happen behind it. Right. It's wild because Iran must fulfill prophecy. It has to. There ain't no getting away around it. A day before that, Iran just attacked the U.S. embassy in Iraq. Killed a few, you know what I'm saying, United States diplomats and all that. Trump was at a party on New Year's, right? When the party said, oh, this ain't about to be another Benghazi. Don't worry about it. We got some excellent warriors. Hours later, they hit the top of Iran's top. I say, oh, this heathen ain't playing. That's what I'm talking about. Heathen, get it cracking around here. Daniel, the 5th chapter. Let's get it.
Daniel chapter 5, verse 1.
Yeah.
Belshazzar, the king, made a great feast to 1,000 of his lords, and drank wine before the 1,000. Belshazzar, whilst he tasted the wine, commanded to bring the golden and silver vessels which his father Nebuchadnezzar had taken out of the temple, which was in Jerusalem, that the king and his princes, his wives, plural, and his concubines might drink therein.
So look what he's doing. It's a straight blasphemy. Remember, they conquered Judea or Judah, destroyed our temple, took all our vessels of gold, silver, everything, and brought it into Babylon. Now he decides to throw a feast and say, you know what? I'm going to toast up to my gods with the vessels that were in the temple of the Most High God. This is arrogance. This is pride at its highest. Watch this.
Verse 3. Then they brought the golden vessels that were taken out of the temple of the house of Elohim, which was in Jerusalem, and the king and his princes and his wives and his concubines drank in them.
Come on.
They drank wine and praised the gods of gold and of silver, of brass, of iron, of wood, and of stone.
Boy, you have no fear of the Most High God. You took the vessels, the holy vessels out of the temple, for one, and then you decided to toast up to false gods with the vessels that belong to the Most High God, that is priest handled in his temple. Watch this.
Boy, in the day we run and sit there and worship idols all day long, crosses, nicks, and Christmas trees, and all kind of, gold, silver, money, women, cars, everything before the Most High. Anyway, verse 5. In the same hour came forth fingers of a man's hand and wrote over against the candlestick upon the plaster of the wall of the king's palace. And the king saw the part of the hand that wrote.
This is where you get that proverbial phrase, the writing on the wall. They get that out of the Bible. You feel me? Writing on the wall means judgment has come to whatever nation you in. Right? In other words, you didn't pay attention to the signs. You ain't pay attention to the writing on the wall. You went stripping off the economy and the violence and the moral decay and the degradation. And so if you're not paying attention to the signs, you're not paying attention to the writing on the wall that came and wrote down that, look, this kingdom is over. Yeah, come on, Doc, let's get it.
All right, verse 6. The king's countenance was changed, and his thoughts troubled him, so that the joints of his loins were loose.
Boy, about crippled this heathen. The joints of his loins were loose. Come on.
And his knees smote one against another.
Boy, he done got the knock knee syndrome. The knees smote together. What did it say, boy? The joints of his loins.
Yeah, he doing this. Boy, he popping out. That boy leg.
Boy, he see that writing on that wall like, oh.
And you imagine what they thinking, man. They had that wine in them, so they ain't on full, you know what I'm saying, just straight regular. They on like purge, you know. And I don't know what type of wine they was drinking, man, but you see a head,
boy,
just pop up out of nowhere.
You get the writing on the plaster.
They shook him.
A sugar light.
That boy had.
he's a shook one. I remember that Mob Deep back in the way. You ain't a crook, son. You just a shook one. Boy, I'm telling you, the power of the Almighty. So the joints of his loins became loose, and his knees got the knocking against each other.
Po heathen like.
Boy, come on, Hebrew. What else? What else to say?
The king cried aloud to bring in the astrologers and the Chaldeans and the soothsayers. No, you want to hear those.
Yeah.
That boy, that's a nigga thing there, boy.
Yeah.
Soothsayers!
Boy, get out of it.
I got the itchy ear. Please tell me what I think it is.
Yeah, we need all the psychics. We need all the palm readers. We need all the prognosticators. All those Negroes.
Prognosticators.
Prognosticators.
I like it though. They said
prognosticators. We need all you omen reading heathens. We need everybody caught up into they zodiacs and they, you know.
Oh, Greek Negro like.
Yeah, we need all y'all get on up in her. He like call all the wise men in. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
And the king spake and said to the wise men of Babylon, but you know the wisdom of the world is what?
Foolish.
Whosoever shall read this writing and show me the interpretation thereof shall be clothed with scarlet and have a chain of gold about his neck and shall be the third ruler in the kingdom.
Look at that. He like, man, look. For one, the joints of my loins have been loosed. Two, my knees knocking. Man, look, call all the so-called wise men in here. All the witches. All the meteorologists. Call them all in here. Man, whoever can give me the interpretation, look, you're going to get hooked up with that scarlet. Charles, that's that old ancient boy. Well, that's the ancient garments.
Did you hear what he said? Nobody else caught that.
Yeah, because they witches.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And look, and have a chain of gold by his neck and shall be the third ruler in the kingdom.
Hey, look, you know you talking to black folk there. Give a nigga a gold chain and a little power, boy.
You know what I'm saying?
What he offering?
Boy.
Hey, man, see what it said was, cuz. See, look, cuz, that's that ancient cripper light right there, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Red fish, blue fish.
Who fish?
Yeah. like that one boy used to play on in Living Color. Oh boy, that was in jail. He's like the fallopian essence of the fallopian essence of the equestrian order. I did. Hey, I'm telling you.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
I can see it because he was serious too.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
it's the fathers of the Philesketes.
Yeah. The fallopian order of the equestrian Dioscles. All these fancy soliloquies.
Wait a minute.
And at the end, they told that boy, stay in school, boy.
Oh my God.
Talking about the fallopians, the fallopian essence. Fallopian tubes are in women.
Oh, bro, I can't get. Somebody need to read.
Of the equestrian order.
Oh.
The fallopian,
yeah, I get it.
Yeah. The fallopian essence of the equestrian order. Through that, I deduce that. Come on, stop it.
Oh man.
Come on, Hebrew, let's get it. Verse 8.
Verse 8. I ain't lying. I'm trying to get this out of my system. Then came in all the king's wise men, but they could not read the writing,
Right.
nor make known the interpretation thereof. Then was King Belshazzar greatly troubled, and his countenance was changed in him, and his lords were astonished.
They baffled at this. Because remember, y'all, a hand appeared out of nowhere and wrote something. All right, so if something getting wrote down, you need to know that's a message for you. You need to know, okay, what does it say and what's the interpretation of it? So I know how I need to move or maneuver behind this. Right? That's like some type of writing pop up right now.
Boy.
Right? All praise, some of us can read that. That's on that wall right there. YAHUDAHS in the ancient script. But that's like something popping up out of nowhere. You see a hand writing on that wall right there. Everybody here gonna be like, whoa, what is that? And what does it say?
One, you saw a hand pop out.
Yeah.
And started writing.
Now watch this, verse 11.
Let's give it 10.
Oh, okay, no, 10. My bad, bro.
Oh man.
Hey, would you say, Poppy? The name of dude was Oswald Bates. That was his name.
Oswald Bates.
Oswald Bates.
Good looking, bro.
Hey, that was his name, wasn't it?
Hey man, put in a video on the room or something.
Red
Man.
fish,
He
blue
be
fish.
laughing like I was laughing. Man.
Knick-knack, paddywhack. Give a dog a bone.
Guess what fingers gonna sing your
Hey,
on?
that was on In Living Color back in the day. In Living
That
Color.
might be before your time, child.
Yeah, that was in
Yeah,
Living
right
Color,
before your
man.
time.
All you gotta do is type on YouTube Oswald Bates in Living Color. And he a cat that was sitting in jail. And you say all these big fancy words, and ain't nobody know what he was saying.
But you died laughing though. He gave you enough of the word that you know where he was going, which he was really going nowhere. But that was the whole part about the comedy of it though.
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, knick-knack, paddywhack.
He typing it in too. Look how he typing it in.
Come on, let's get it. Verse 10.
Now the queen, by reason of the words of the king and his lords, came into the banquet house. And the queen spake and said, O king, live forever. You don't even hear that from no women now.
Mm-hmm.
Let not thy thoughts trouble thee, nor let the countenance be changed.
Come on.
So she knew something.
Yep.
There is a man in thy kingdom, in whom is the spirit of the holy God.
So she understood that whatever man she talking about, because she not a worshiper of the Most High God, right? But she understood like the spirit realm deals with him. You understand? Now watch this. Go ahead.
And in the days of thy father, light and understanding and wisdom, like the wisdom of the gods, was found in him, whom the king Nebuchadnezzar, thy father the king, I say thy father, made master of the magicians, astrologers, Chaldeans, and soothsayers.
When y'all really look it up, that's Nebuchadnezzar's grandson. You know what I'm saying? Just like today we call Abraham our father as if we knew him. You understand? So just because they say father don't mean that was his son. If when you do the research, you see Belshazzar was his grandson. All right, go ahead. So the queen, like, look, in the days of Nebuchadnezzar, hey, look, there's a man that had all understanding. Because remember, in his day, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream too. Maybe he had a dream. And he said, if y'all don't interpret this, tell me what I dreamed and interpret it, I'm killing all y'all. And Daniel had to come in and break down to him the image that he saw. Image of gold, silver, copper, brass, you know what I'm saying, iron mixed with clay. And how it all was about the kingdom of Babylon all the way down to the end of the last kingdom that will rule this earth. right? So then Nebuchadnezzar greatly, he put Daniel over all the wise men in Babylon. But now Nebuchadnezzar's grandson is ruling. Daniel's an old man at this time. But somebody remember how Daniel was getting down all them years ago, which was the queen, right? Go ahead, verse 12.
For as much as an excellent spirit and knowledge and understanding, interpreting of dreams, and showing the hard sentences and dissolving of doubts were found in the same Daniel, whom the king named Belteshazzar.
Belshazzar.
Yeah, what he said. Now let Daniel be called, and he will show the interpretation.
Come on.
Then Daniel was brought in before the king, and the king spake and said unto Daniel, Art thou that Daniel which art of the children of the captivity of Judah?
Ooh-wee! This is one of your forefathers, one of your ancient brethren. Ain't you that same Daniel, which means God is my judge? Ain't you that same Daniel that came with the slaves from Judah? Well, that should make everybody here feel like, oh, okay, yeah. If you didn't know, you so-called slaves here in America are descendants from the kingdom of Judah. So Daniel was in ancient Babylon, and you in modern Babylon. Huh? And guess what? Y'all out the same tribal origin, same kingdom. The captivity of Judah. Come on up.
You still in that same captivity. Whom the king, my father, brought out of Jewry.
Yeah, Judah. Go ahead.
I have even heard of thee, that the spirit of the gods is in thee, and that light and understanding and excellent wisdom is found in thee.
Come on.
And now the wise men, astrologers, have been brought in before me, that they should read the writing.
This writing.
Come
on.
And make known upon me
unto me
the interpretation thereof.
Right.
But they could not show the interpretation of the thing.
Come on.
And I have heard of thee that thou canst make interpretation.
Notice they always got to go get a so-called slave, an Israelite, a Hebrew slave, to resolve their problems. No matter what kingdom we've been in. You understand? If you think it's a game, type in what the world would be like without black people on Google. It'll blow your mind in this modern age how many inventions we are responsible for. Right? Without the so-called Negro here in America, there would be no United States of America. United States of America wouldn't even be the powerhouse it is.
It wouldn't even be in the White House.
Yeah.
Benjamin Banner.
Without us, it don't run.
No former arm in that.
So whenever it go down, notice you got to run back to who the Most High decreed that these are my chosen. The only reason my chosen are in captivity because they continue to rebel. They don't stop rebelling against me. You understand? So the Most High raised up other nations to take us down. But that don't mean you're not the chosen. And that don't mean when things start going left field, they don't need to come consult with you. What do we need to do? Really? Watch this. Come on.
Yeah, they did. They want the king and Malcolm. Get them together and see what we do with your people.
Yeah.
And I've heard of thee that thou can make interpretations and dissolve doubts. Now, if thou canst read the writing and make known to me the interpretation thereof, thou shalt be clothed with scarlet and have a chain of gold about thy neck, and thou shalt be the third ruler in the kingdom.
And trying to bribe Daniel. Like, look, just let me know what it say. I'm going to hook you up. Triple J say, so that means if we collectively pull out this thing, it falls. Yes. That's exactly what it means. That's why it's a big agenda against Israel coming together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, if two of you walk down the street, you're liable to get pulled over by the police. Two of them together because in their psyche, going back into their subconscious mind. You understand? It's something called ancestral DNA. They know you descend from them two brothers. And you got in that blood. Two of them destroyed a whole city on account of their sister. Now just imagine if these two men that are walking down the street or in league with the Most High God of heaven. You understand? And they not these thugs we raised them and created them to be. They actually are conscious, walking, divine sons of the Almighty. And it's just two of them. Whoa, it's just two of them. Can you imagine a whole nation of us, man? This is what they fear. And that's why the propaganda machine is running on full tilt in this hour, trying to smear the whole Israelite thing. Because they know once them brews link back in, once the men, women, and children get back order and link back in, checkmate.
Because they ain't sinning against their God no more.
Yeah, checkmate.
What was the warning that went out? If they sin against their God, then you can attack them.
Yeah.
But if they God be formed, we will become a reproach.
What shall we say to these things? If the Most High, or since the Most High is for you, who can be against you? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Now we got motion.
Uh-oh.
Now we got motion.
Rock to kick that leg out.
You should be feeling it. That spirit should be activating up in you like, whoa. Even in our lowest state, we a problem. Because once you sink in, they got a thing on your phone called are your contacts synced? Once your mind sync back with the Almighty, you dig? And you start commanding and waging war in the spiritual realm, and start seeing things manifest in the flesh, in the physical realm. Now you are a problem. You understand? Because now you activating under the same power that Elijah was when he called fire out of heaven. Can you imagine? Can you imagine all our enemies show up outside right now and we summon the heavens? And the Most High heard and respected and dropped fire from his throne. Boy, you talking about negotiations. Man, them heathens ain't finna be, they gonna be pleading. Hey, whatever we gotta do to spur the wrath that is to come, because those men know how to call fire out of heaven. Those men know how to bind devils and cast them out. Those men know how to raise the dead and heal the sick. That's that bloodline you come from. And it's a divine sonship. You understand? It's divine. Come on, Ak, let's get it.
And Daniel answered and said before the king, let thy gifts be to thyself.
And Daniel said, keep your gold chain and your scarlet. Let your gifts be to yourself. Go ahead.
And give thy rewards to another.
Yeah.
Yet I will read the writing unto the king and make known to him the interpretation.
I'm going to read. You got to try to put yourself in the room. The king trying to, give Daniel. Let's say you was a fly on the wall looking at this. King like, look, man, I'm going to hook you up with the scarlet gold chain, man. You're going to be third rule in the kingdom. And Daniel over there in his little dusty Hebrew garments. Oh, man, and looking at the wall the whole time like,
this nigga about to go down.
Man, this cat is about to fall.
This nigga about to lose.
Hey,
you think your loin rings is gonna lose? Nigga, you about to boo.
Hey, keep your gifts and your chains. Get it to somebody else. I'm gonna tell you what it say.
Proudly, because like you boasted, ain't you part of those Jews I got in the captivity?
Yeah.
Everybody give you your reward. I've been living long enough just to see.
Oh man, I'm about to witness
the reward.
Oh man, really?
I'm about to witness my salvation unto me.
All right, come on.
And that's how we should be feeling. We should be feeling like them. Let me tell you what y'all finna get. As it draws nigh unto you, that means salvation draws nigh unto me.
That's right.
Verse 18.
Come on.
O thou king, the Most High Elohim gave Nebuchadnezzar the father, thy father, and kingdom, a kingdom.
Come on.
And majesty and glory and honor.
He like, look, man, your father was set up. Just like, heathens today have inherited, you understand, the wealth from their slave master parents. Right? That's why any believing Gentile should not be proud in this hour. You supposed to be humble with your head low, like, hey man, look, it is what it is. All right, now watch this. Go ahead.
And for the majesty that he gave him, all people,
come on,
nations, and languages trembled and feared before him. whom he slew, and whom he keep alive, kept alive, and whom he would set up, and whom he put down.
Yeah, so basically Nebuchadnezzar was running this thing however he wanted to. Most High gave him that rulership. Do what you do, right? Go ahead.
But when his heart was lifted up, and his mind hardened in pride, he was deposed from his kingly throne, and they looked his glory, and they took his glory from him.
Come on.
And was driven from the sons of men, and his heart was made like the beast.
Yeah.
And his dwelling was with the wild asses.
Meaning the Most High actually took Nebuchadnezzar's mind from him for a period of like 7 years. You understand? He had got proud. Daniel warned him and said, look, man, repent, stay humble. You know what I'm saying? The Most High gonna jack you up. Whole year went by. Nebuchadnezzar opened his mouth and said, look at Babylon. All this is because of me. And while he was talking, a voice came to him from out of heaven. Say, boy, you going to the field. I'm going to give you the mind of a beast. And 7 times she'll pass over you until you confess with your mouth. It is the Most High that set up kingdoms in this earth. And it is the Most High that take down kings in this earth. You understand? That man went to the field for 7 years and looked like an atrocity. Yeah. Most High humbled him and let it be known, like, look, boy, it's me. I'm the one that do this. Right? I raise them and I drop them. Go ahead.
They fed him with the grass like oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven.
Come on.
Till he knew that the Most High Elohim ruled in the kingdom of men.
Right.
And that he appointed over it whomsoever he
flat out. That's why you shouldn't be getting so mad at politics and who got selected or whatever they call elected, whatever, world politics or not. In the end, it's the Most High's doing. To raise them, to drop them. It's the Most High's doing. Right? We as Israelites should feel comfortable and sit comfortable in that, knowing our kingdom is next. We got next. And we gonna rule forever in righteousness with our king sitting as king forever. You understand? So that's why you shouldn't be all getting into debates with people about the Democrats or the Rebellions and the, you know what I'm saying? And the Senate and the Congress and the House. And if you think about the votes and think about what's going on over in Israel with Bibi and Netanyahu and then Vladimir Putin. And look, we yawn. When you done talking, it's the Most High that raised them and he gonna drop them. He put over the kingdoms whomsoever he will. Right? Verse 22. What it say?
And thou, his son, O Belshazzar, has not humbled thine heart.
Yeah.
Though thou knowest all this.
Yeah.
But hast lifted up thyself against the Lord of heaven.
Woo!
And they have brought the vessels of his house before thee.
Right.
And thou and thy lords, thy wives and thy concubines have drunk wine in them. And thou hast praised the gods of silver and gold, of brass, iron, wood, and stone, which see not, nor hear, nor know. And the God or the Elohim, in whose hand thy breath is,
what?
And whose are all thy ways, hast thou not glorified.
You ain't glorified Almighty. The nerve of you. You see, power makes you drunk. People get drunk with power. It makes you drunk. If you never stay humble and keep a level head, you look up and you be so drunk with power. You start thinking you the one that did all this. And now watch this. Remember, because there's a writing on the wall that must be interpreted, right? Now watch this.
And this is the writing that is written.
Yeah.
That was written. Many, tekel, ufar.
So this is Hebrew. These are Hebrew. This is Hebrew that's written on this wall. Right? So you had to go call a Hebrew to interpret what was written. This is Hebrew that's written. Now watch this. What's the interpretation? Verse 26.
This is the interpretation of the thing. Many. God has numbered that kingdom and finished.
I know his heart fell out his chest behind that. First line written up there mean your kingdom has been numbered and is finished. Boy, you got to call the Hebrew slave to read this Hebrew that's on this wall right here. Watch this.
To kill. Thou art weighed in the balances and are found wanting.
You're lacking. You're lacking. Your kingdom is numbered and finished. Guess what? You weighed up, but you're lacking. Huh? You're lacking. Now watch this. Go ahead.
That kingdom is divided.
Perez.
That kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians.
And who?
Persians.
The Medes and Persians. Now we just read about these Medes and Persians in Isaiah the 13th chapter. We just read about it. This is the account of ancient Babylon being took down by the Medes and the Persians after that handwriting on the wall went down in Hebrew, and they needed a Hebrew slave to write on there. Well, he's like, well, the last line says your kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and the Persians. Really? That's how real this is? This thing got that real? Now, the crazy part about it is this same kingdom unites again in the last days to take down the last day Babylon. Man. Really.
Strong's H, 6540. Paras. Paras.
It says right here, it says Persians 4 times or Persia twice. Persia equal pure or splendid. The empire of Persia encompassed the territory from India on the east to Egypt and Thrace on the west, included besides portions of Europe and Africa. The whole of Western Asia between the Black Sea, the Caucasus, the Caspian, that was over there by the Medes, and the Jackstors on the north, the Arabian Desert, the Persian Gulf, and the Indian Ocean on what? The south. Y'all, that's Iran. That's Iran. Go look at that Persian Gulf today and look what's directly north of it. You're going to see Iran. Really? I think the Most High know what he's doing. All right. It says right here, Persia proper was bounded on the west by Susini or Elam, which is India. On the north by Media. There go Media or the Medes. On the south by the Persian Gulf, which is the body of water that's still there. And on the east by Carmania, Persian equals sea, Persia, pure or splendid. Now, Carmania is mentioned in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. The Most High say them Carmanians, which is another name for Persia or Iran. Man, you can't make this stuff up. Can't make it up. All right. The people of the Persian Empire. Persians. Really. All right. Now let's finish it. Verse 29.
Then commanded Belshazzar, and they clothed Daniel with scarlet and put a chain of gold about his neck and made a proclamation concerning him that he should be the third ruler in the kingdom.
Go ahead. Even though he told him keep it, he decked him out anyway. Go ahead.
In the night was Belshazzar, the king of Chaldeans, slain.
Go ahead.
And Darius the Median took the kingdom.
Did you see that? Darius the Mede. Overnight. It did. But true about this, what you reading about is not like what we read about in Isaiah 13. It didn't go down like Sodom and Gomorrah. People still was living there in that very place. Darius the Median, or from the Medes, Darius the Mede, took the kingdom, being what? Being about 62 years old, 62 years old. That's how ancient Babylon fell. It's basically a smooth transition. Most High,
the death of a king.
Yeah, Most High declared what it was going to be with the writing on the wall. The Hebrew servant came in, told him what it was. That night it went down. That night it went down. And thus the Median Persian Empire took over what you know today as Iran. Iran was known as Persia up until Winston Churchill drew a line A heathen drew a line down the middle of Persia, named this side Iraq and the other side Iran. And that's what you know today. Yeah. Make sense? All right. One last scripture, 2nd Ezra 15. We're going to pray on out. Yep, that's where we going next. 2nd Ezra 15. Right in the Apocrypha. For y'all that's scared of the Apocrypha. All right, 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Y'all see, man, the Most High is not playing. Heads roll. So something would have to happen in our time to provoke them to rise up, to do what they're doing. All right. When you get all the way down to verse 30, you see about the Carmanians. All right. So we ain't gonna read this whole thing 1 through 30. We're gonna read a few about these missiles he gonna shoot off, and then we'll jump down. All right. Read 2nd Ezra 15. We're gonna read 1 through 9. Oof. That's hard. And then we're going to jump down to verse 20 and read that down to 30. And you can see the difference between the dragons of Arabia and the Carmanians. Who are the Carmanians? We'll Wikipedia Carmania, and you're going to see Persia again. Now, what's going on here? We look up the Medes, we see Persia. We look up Persia, of course, we see Persia. And we're going to look up Carmania on Wikipedia, you're going to see Persia. What is Persia? Iran. Who top general just got took off the map and reserved for the judgment last night. Not a game. All right. Need a few of these verses and we're going to shut it down, brother. 2nd Ezra 15.
2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1.
Yeah.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
That's right.
Which I will put in thy mouth, said Yahweh.
See, so haven't we've been in Isaiah today? Ain't he a prophet? Dealing with prophecy. We went to Daniel, right on the wall. Was it not prophecy? Now we in 2nd Ezra. This is what we supposed to be doing. On top of going forth in power of the Spirit and doing what the Messiah taught us to do, we also supposed to be speaking prophecy in these last days. Remember, one of the gifts of the Holy Spirit is to prophesy. Right? All right, so this is something we're supposed to be doing. Speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. All right, go ahead.
That's exactly what you're doing. So they're doing a class, giving them prophecy about what they just heard in the news.
Exactly. And the title was something else. We just got to rename it. We had a whole different title for this. But yeah, Spirit led. It's like, look, let's get it. This is what happened. Our people need to know what time it is. And the scriptures to go to. Y'all read Jeremiah 50 and Jeremiah 51 as well. You're going to see Jeremiah had the same vision Isaiah had about Babylon being destroyed by the Medes.
So from Isaiah, we went back to Daniel to see the original one.
Yep.
Then you are always going to Jeremiah.
Yep.
And you also see another prophet, Ezra.
2nd Ezra, yeah.
So it's 3 prophets. 4 prophets.
4 prophets. Yeah. And then we look on the news and we see the provocation of it is happening. The war drums are beating.
Brother.
The fact, though. Yeah, the war drums are beating, baby.
And like you said, every place we see, you should rejoice.
That's right.
You shouldn't be a trip. Because listen, the whole thing is, even if you don't believe this thing is real, at least your enemy about to fall. Yeah. I don't care if you don't get nothing else right. At least your historic enemy about to catch that what he been giving you his whole time.
Hallelujah.
And when the people drop over here to come and get them, ain't no gold buying nothing. You getting whooped, your children getting whooped, and your women getting whooped.
And look, and that include us if we ain't together.
Right, because you will be trying to say them.
I like how the Most High make it to where we can't get comfortable. I like that. He's always a challenge. Y'all too comfortable right now. Look, if you join with him, you going down too. After all, everybody gonna be turned to their own people and fleeing to their own land.
So he ain't thinking about you. No
Even the smart heathens gonna be doing that. Only the proud heathens that say this is our country, our Second Amendment. I'm an NRA advocate. Second Amendment, we gonna die fighting. You sure is.
So that person,
you sure is. You show is.
Boy, you gonna see that old people back in the part 2. You gonna see that big old yellow straight running down their back.
You show is gonna die. You ain't even play.
They remember that man. In the part 2, that white man, he said, "Oh, yellow streak going down his back."
Yeah. All these so-called militia groups and all that, they all look. They about to be fuel for the fire. You understand? Israel need to be gathering together and be looking for our way about this deal. But get together now and start rehearsing the righteous acts. Eventually, they're gonna have to open the borders up for us and let us go anyway. Most High gonna put too much pressure on them. You better let my people go. You remember what happened in Egypt? Let my people go or else. So when you start seeing hula hoop size hell manifest and drop out the sky, hell the size of hula hoops, not golf balls, hula hoops. Boy, they don't play no games around here. You better let them brews go. Hey, look, passports or not, incarcerated or not, you better let them go. All right, come on, Hebrew.
And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Hallelujah. I love that. The Most High make his probably look, write it down. That way they know when it hit them, they can know I was dealing with you. Come on, Hebrew.
Fear not the imaginations against thee.
That's right, Israel. What you scared of? Because we all in the news and everybody throwing this black Hebrew Israelite term out. Most High commands us not to fear no imagination against us. Come on now.
Let not the incredulity, what he said, of them trouble thee that speak against thee. That's the news part you just told me.
Yeah, not true about this. Incredulity is unbelief. Like if something is credible, it's believable. Right? Incredible means it's not believable. You understand? Think about it. Credit. Right? If it's credible, like Charles is a credible man, that's somebody you can, okay, well, guess what? He's a stand-up brother. We grow up in the age where we think the term incredible means good. Incredible don't mean good. You know what I'm saying? That's incredible. So incredulity means the non-belief. Don't let the non-believers that speak against you trouble you. All right, watch this. Why? Verse 4.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Everybody that's unfaithful to the Most High gonna die in that.
Even though there's a circumcision.
That's right. That's right. You don't believe, you're going down. There's only one judgment for you. Watch this. Go ahead.
Behold,
come on.
Thus said the Most High, I will bring plagues upon the world.
Hallelujah.
The sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Sounds like the horses of the apocalypse we read about in Revelations. Come on.
For wickedness, it's lawlessness, has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
That's right, man.
Just talking about those balances we just read.
Yeah. Weighed in the balance and found wanting or lacking. Sin is the new norm. Y'all know we are deemed extinct almost. This ain't our world. Righteousness is looked at as terrorism and hate speech. This ain't our world. Not hardly, not a little bit. Go ahead, verse 7.
Therefore said the Most High, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Wickedly exercise themselves.
Boy, a practitioner of sin.
Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood cried unto me.
That's right.
And the souls of the just complain continually.
That's right. The souls of the just or the righteous complain continually. How long, Heavenly Father, will you not avenge our blood that's been shed on this earth? How long, Most High? When you gonna get you some get back? I read about the prophecies. I read about the day of the Most High. When? If you righteous, that's what you asking for. Right? That's just righteous payback, righteous judgment, the redemption of your people, spiritually and physically. Now watch this, verse 9.
And therefore said the Most High,
Yeah.
I will surely avenge them.
I will surely avenge my people. The revenge is coming. Vengeance is his. Right? The just are asking the Most High to bring vengeance. You're supposed to be. Most High, how long? Come on now.
And receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
From among them. Y'all can keep reading that. All right. Start at 15. Jump down to 15. Go ahead, let's get it.
For the sword and of destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Whoa, what? The war drums are beating, huh? You seeing it happen now? Come on.
For there shall be sedition among men.
What among men?
Sedition.
Sedition is speech that causes war or causes riotous behavior. Sedition among men. You can get jailed on federal charges for sedition in America. Sedition among men. Come on.
Invading one another.
Ain't that happening? What just happened last night? What happened with Saddam Hussein and them? What happened with Muammar Gaddafi in Libya? And invading one another. Come on.
Invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princesses, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Come on.
A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able.
Sound like New World Order lockdown to me. No, your everyday life that you used to. It's about to be the book of Eli around this day very soon. Yeah. It's exciting though. It's exciting though. We got to go through all that to get to the kingdom. Come on, let's get it.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
Yeah.
The houses shall be destroyed.
Come on.
And the men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Real thing, this boy. You got neighbors turning on each other, robbing each other. You understand? Food gonna be very scarce. Hey, why you think you need to be getting together? You need to be learning how to grow your own food. You so dependent on the grocery store today. The grocery store only got enough food for 3 days, depending on where you live at. Depending on where you live at. All right, go ahead, let's get it.
Behold, said Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, from Libanus, and turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them.
We read in Isaiah, the Most High mustereth the battle. He the one that got the spirit of war in the earth, and he gonna make these nations fight against these nations. So while they fighting, Israel supposed to be gathering together. So when the dust clear, look who on top. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Hebrew.
Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen.
Unto who?
My chosen.
His chosen, you Israelites. Come on.
So will I do also, and recompense in their bosom. Thus said the Most High Power.
Recompense is Old English for payback. Like they've been doing to my chosen, I'm going to do to them. I'm going to pay it back right in their bosom. Right on up in her. Right to that chest, boy. Like you've been doing to my chosen this whole time. And most I tell you in the book of Zechariah, I am greatly offended at the heathen that are at ease. Because I was a little bit mad at my people, and you helped forward the affliction. You went overboard having my people in bondage to you. You were supposed to keep it lawful. You dig? Because in the Bible, there's laws concerning servitude. They went over and beyond. So Zechariah 1 verses 12 on down, you're going to bump into 14. The Most High say, I am offended at you heathens that are at ease in this hour. I was only a little bit mad at my people. And you went overboard and forwarded the affliction. So guess what got to happen? Judgment got to come. Like you done did to my chosen, I'm going to pay it back to you in your... Right there. You're going to know when I come see you. Right? Now watch this. Go ahead.
My right hand shall not spare the sinners.
Oh, man.
And my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth.
Most I ain't sparing no sinners, right? And his sword ain't gonna cease. Has America shed innocent blood? That's an emphatic yes, ain't it, boy? That's a no-brainer. And everywhere else, right? I'm not letting nobody else off the hook either. All these other nations, whether they be on the continent of Africa, up in Nova Scotia, Asia, South America, La Pablo Escobar and all them, yeah. All in the most, I say my sword ain't gonna cease over them that shed innocent blood on this earth. Most I got smoke for them. Come on.
The fire has gone forth from his wrath and has consumed the foundations of the earth and the sinners, like the straw that is kindled.
Come on.
Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments,
man,
said the Lord.
Y'all better turn Creflo Dollar and TD Jakes off. Most I say judgment or woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments. Judgment is coming. Now who you gonna roll with? A Negro with a $63 million jet? Or these words coming off this page right now? Yeah, I'm rocking with the Most High. I'm rocking with the Most High. That say woe unto them that sin and keep not my commandments. Watch this, 25.
I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary.
Come on.
For the Most High knoweth all them that sin against him. Therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction.
Everybody that sinned against the Most High, boy, got a brimstone sandwich waiting on you. Death and destruction he gonna deliver you to. Now, in these last days, you should not be in the spirit of breaking commandments. Not a little bit. All right. Now watch this. 27. We're gonna read on down to 30. And then I'm gonna Wikipedia Carmania. And you're gonna see that's Persia again. And you're gonna be like, Persia's Iran. And Iran is on the news. Keep your eye on Iran. Keep your eye on Iran. This is where we at. This is where we at. All right. World War III. The mayor of New York, de Blasio, said we are in a de facto war. Look up de facto. It means in full effect. Or in fact, we are at war with them. Can't get around it. All right, go ahead, Op.
For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For God shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Behold, a horrible vision, an appearance thereof from the east.
Come on.
Were the nations of the dragons of Arabia.
So now you got the Arabs there, right? Go ahead.
Shall come out with many chariots, and a multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth. All they which hear,
that all they which heard them may fear and tremble. Man, verse 30. Also the Carmanians. So there's a difference between the dragons of Arabia and the Carmanians. Right? Remember we just said that the Persians are not Arabs, even though they're Islamic, but they're not Arabs. Right? Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. Right? They in Iran right now screaming death to America. They top general just got took out 24 hours ago. You understand? And look, even again, the so-called heathens that support Trump said, I like what you did, but you better finish the job. You just opened Pandora's box. There ain't no way you can hit the top of their top general. Take him out, right? And think it ain't gonna be some type of payback behind it. Also, the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians, which is the same land in which Babylon was in, Chaldea. Same thing, right? So it's just going into who gonna be used to bring down modern day Babylon. This is future prophecy. Ezra was in ancient Babylon as a slave. And then when it went over, and then when it transitioned over into Persia. You understand? He was there. So what prophecies was he having about the dragons of Arabia coming to destroy? All right, now let's go to Wikipedia and look up Carmania. We ain't making no games up. Ain't no games. Carmania. Carmanians. Carmanians. All right, let's look it up and see if we get a Wikipedia search. All right. Oh, Carmania region. Wikipedia, really? Man. You know you can't make this stuff up, right? Okay, let me blow this up a little bit. Carmania. Remember 2 Ezra 15 just said something about the Carmanians. It mentioned the Arabians, but then it said also the Carmanians raging in wrath. All right. It says Carmania, Greek, Old Persian, really. Karmana, Middle Persian, Kerman, is a historical region that approximately corresponds to the modern province of Kerman and was a province of the Achaemenid, Seleucid, Arsacid, and Sassanian Empire. The region, what? Bordered Persia in the west, Geopolitical in the southeast, Parthia in the north, known as Ab-Ar-Shar and Aria to the northeast. Carmania was conquered by Arania. Let's go to Kerman. Really? Really? Man, you can't make this up, brothers. Kerman province, which is Carmania. Persian is the largest province of the 31 provinces of what? Of who? Iran. Man, you can't make this stuff up, man. Now, we got a prophecy in 2 Ezra 15 about the Carmanians, which is Kerman, which is the largest province of the 31 provinces of Iran. Is it making sense now? The Medes and the Persians, y'all, is Iran. We read Isaiah the 13th chapter. The Medes will come and destroy Babylon in a way that what? In a way, let me go back to StreamYard. In a way that is comparable to when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. We read that, didn't we? So it is impossible that Isaiah was prophesying about ancient Babylon that was taken down by the Medes and the Persians. Why is that impossible? They didn't get taken down by fire. We read that in Daniel the 5th chapter, right? They got took down by the Medes and the Persians. That night it ended, but it didn't get taken down by fire and overthrown to where not a single inhabitant ever lived there again, right? People live in ancient Babylon today, right now, right? So we went to Isaiah 13 and we read about the destruction of Babylon by the Medes, which is biblical talk for Iran. Okay, we go to Daniel 5. We show how ancient Babylon got took down, right? It got took down by the Medes and the Persians. In one night, it got overthrown. We don't read nothing about it getting overthrown by those like Sodom and Gomorrah. You feel me? We ain't read it getting took down by plagues or none of that. Did we? We didn't, did we? Then we go over, we mentioned Jeremiah 50 and Jeremiah 51 as homework for y'all. Y'all read that, and you're going to see the Medes again, and you're going to see them surrounding Babylon, right? And it's going to say, let none spare their arrows. Modern day arrows, y'all, missiles. Brother put in the chat earlier, Iran got over 200,000 missiles. Let none spare their arrows, right? Then we go to 2 Ezra 15, and we read about how the Most High is going to destroy those and they ain't keeping his commandments. Plagues are going forth. You understand? What you did to my chosen, you got to take right back here, right? Then it goes into who? The dragons of Arabia, which is Ishmael. Then it also said, and also the Carmanians, raging in wrath. We look up the Carmanians, right? Come from Kerman, the largest province in where? Iran. So it's safe to say, y'all, we track this thing down, biblically speaking, prophetically speaking. And what happened last night, guess what? Ain't nothing but provocation, meaning they provoking. You understand? For the inevitable. really what the powers that be trying to do is trying to stop prophecy, but you can't stop it. Your arm's too short to box with the Almighty. Hallelujah. All praise and glory now to the Most High. On the creator and possessor of everything there is. Forever live as anointed, beloved Son in the hearts and minds of the faithful elect. Another honor, humility. MELCHIZEDEK Ministries. If y'all got some understanding so far up in the chat, go ahead and give us a Yahoo up in the chat. What's that? That's over there in what you call the Mid East. But they look, they backed by the Russians, which is out the north. Yeah, they back by all them gonna be together. You got Iran backed by nuclear Russia. Russia's the powerhouse. China too. But all that's north of Israel. Yeah, all that's north of Israel. You understand? It really is. It really is, man. The Most High is very, very poetic in what he's doing. Hey, Nee, I need them names. I need them names. You said Reed's daughter and all that. Out of the heavens. You know what I'm saying? Do we do. All praise and glory now to the Most High. On the creator and possessor of everything there is. It's time, y'all. It's time for us to get ourselves together and go forward in Ruach. Go forward in Ruach HaKodesh. Go ahead, up. Say Yakib. I'm listening to you, bro.
I know mountains being like nations, so what the hills?
Smaller ones. Yeah. You said Yakiba. That's all the hill is a smaller mountain. Yakiba. We got Solomon Mack family. And then the house of Nehemiah. All right, y'all. We're about to go ahead and face east. All right. House of Nehemiah. All right. All right, let's get her done. All right, we're gonna bring in, and even if we don't get it by name, we're gonna say in all the Israel. We're gonna get her done. Y'all know how we do. We're gonna rename this class though. And it's only befitting that we come on out and speak about current events and what's going on. Y'all keep your eyes posted. Bible tells us to be sober and be vigilant. All right? Be sober and be vigilant. Because you got an adversary looking to destroy that. All right. All right, how we looking? How we looking?
Good, look good.
Yeah, we looking good, baby.
Get it.
We're going up. All right, y'all go ahead and face Jerusalem. You know how we do. Big man, men uncover their heads, women cover their heads when praying or prophesying. I pray everybody was edified. May the Most High be glorified in this hour. Y'all, it's time for us to go forth in full power and demonstration of the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, casting out devils, healing the sick, raising the dead, and everything the Messiah commanded us to do. That's the mission. That's what we're supposed to be doing. You understand? And that's there to make you really apply yourself and bring forth your true spiritual potential. What's written is not nothing that you can't accomplish. He's the same Heavenly Father. He's the same Messiah. And it's the same Holy Spirit, even today. All right. It's just time for us to apply ourselves, man. Apply ourselves. Scripture tell you that John the Baptist baptized with water, but the Messiah will baptize with that fiery spirit. You understand? If you haven't been baptized by the fiery spirit, it's time for you to open up your mouth and ask and lay on your face and cry out to the Almighty and praise him. You understand? Until you feel it strike. That's what time it is. You feel me? And go forth in all confidence and boldness. Because you see the hour that we in. The hour that we in is time out for all the funnies, the playing around. It's time for us to go ahead and get this, man. This is where we at. All right. All right, y'all. We about to go ahead and get her done. We're going to rattle the heavens a little taste. Do what we call to do. Get her done, all right? Y'all repeat after me. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
El Yo.
El
We bring
bring
before your throne. Yakiba. Solomon Mack. The house of Nehemiah. The house of Shariah. And all of Israel. In the name of Yahushua. Hamashiach. We plead the blood. We claim the blood of Yahushua. Hamashiach. Over their lives. And all of Israel. We plead the blood. We claim the blood of Yahushua. Hamashiach. Against every unclean spirit. Against every disease. That is against them. And all of Israel. Right now. Right now. Yahweh. Zebaoth. Send forth your heavenly host. And render a judgment in our favor. Right now. And we thank you for the victory. Right now. Yahushua. Hamashiach. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to cut the throat of the devil. Yahushua. Hamashiach. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to tread on serpents, Leviathan, scorpions, principalities, and all the rulers of darkness. Right now. And we thank you for the victory. Right now. Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yahweh. Repeat after me. Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. Yahweh. Elohim. El Yo. Rain down your Ruach. HaKodesh. Let your power and your mind live in us forever. Hashem. Hamashiach. Yahushua. Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. Yahweh. Elohim. El Yo. Rain down your Ruach. HaKodesh. Let your power and your mind live in us forever. Hashem. Hamashiach. Yahushua. Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. Yahweh. Elohim. El Yo. Rain down your Ruach. HaKodesh. Let your power and your mind live in us forever. Hashem. Hamashiach. Yahushua. Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. Yahweh. Prophetic. Profanu. Rain down a healing that's complete. A healing that's understood. Hashem. Hamashiach. Yahushua. Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. Yahweh. Prophetic. Profanu. Rain down a healing that is complete. A healing that is understood. Hashem. Hamashiach. Yahushua. Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yahweh. Repeat after me. Yahushua, use us as your battle axe, and weapons of war, to raise the dead. Yahushua, Mashiach, use us as your battle axe, and weapons of war, to cast out devils. Yahushua, Mashiach, use us as your battle axe, and weapons of war, to heal the sick. Yahushua, Mashiach, use us as your battle axe, and weapons of war, to cleanse the lepers. Yahushua, Mashiach, use us as your battle axe, and weapons of war, to give sight to the blind. Yahushua, Mashiach, use us as your battle axe, and weapons of war, to give strength to the lame. Yahushua, Mashiach, use us as your battle axe, and weapons of war, to give hearing to the deaf. And Yahushua, Mashiach, use us as your battle axe, and weapons of war, to give speech to the dumb. Right now. Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yahoo. Yeah. Real thing this. All praises. Yeah. All right, y'all, we out of here till tomorrow. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, I watched the whole.
Yeah, he an Arab.
Yeah, I'm watching right now. I got hit so many times about it. Now they talked about it, hit so many times about it. So let's go ahead and watch it. Yep, I just started.
You got any last words?
No, man, just I prayed the Most High. Look, I found myself almost wanted to just start praying myself right there. I'm like, ooh, foul. I don't know, man. I'm
you said what?
I said I wanted to start praying. You know what I'm saying? Like right there. I don't know if you heard me. I was like, I think with you for a minute. And I wanted to run.
Yeah, you can feel when the sink ain't there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stay on court. Stay on the court, brother.
No, I'm saying then I sunk with you.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know what, let me fall back. Man, I don't know, it's just, man, like I just wanted to cry out, you know what I'm saying? So all prayer just means I just need to, you know, order. That's all. I definitely, man, prayers out to everybody who needs it, man. I pray the Most High, take care of Reese's daughter, you know what I'm saying, I keep her and definitely fall in line with, you know, my house. And Solomon Mack, you know what I'm saying, Soraya, her house.
Yeah.
So pray the Most High moves with everybody in Israel. It ain't got long. If it ain't on paper, do we believe? It is after hearing today, understanding the captivity and the historical account and the fact, you cannot not see if this Bible is right here. If you still don't think that the Bible is real, man, you just was given over to me. That's where I'm at. You know, and I'm gonna go ahead and run this race the best I can and pray I get as many souls as possible along the way. That's a call, man, for Israel.
Yahoo!